Streaming.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh,
Welcome back, everybody, to season either 2.5 or 3 of the Vale. Doesn't really matter.
3.
We can call it 3.
All right. Season 3 of the Vale. I'm going to do a very, very quick, condensed season 1 and 2 recap, and then you guys can go into what happened last session. So,
wait, Richard, did you rewatch everything? Did you rewatch both seasons?
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought you were talking
that.
about watching them over again.
Oh, I mean, I skimmed through them when I was going for title episodes and stuff. But anyway, our story of Tale of the Vale concerns a certain group of people known as the Knights of Tiberius. And they all met through either chance encounters or seemingly kind of pushing to some degree of various ghosts and spirits and priests and such like that. So they all ended up on a quest together to help raise a young prince to become king. And so they were training him up, and during that time they stumbled upon a tiefling girl in need of some help who ended up becoming a warlock who was vowing revenge on bad people.
Totally not our
and
fault.
that got her into some trouble when she kind of started going the route of a paladin after going through the route of a warlock, and she was taken to hell. And so people had to go, the knights had to go get her from hell. And on this quest, they ended up meeting a curious little fellow named, what he called himself as Garl Glittergold, a little magical gnome with all sorts of neat gadgets like a cubic gate and such like that. So he was able to help them get into hell, but then he also caused some other mischief. And, well, long story short, some bad things happened. Eventually, they got flung 20 years into the future by some sphinx.
Oh, you don't just yada yada through season 1 and 2. That's too much.
Yada. They killed a god.
I told you that this is going to be short and condensed. So yada.
Bad things happened is a decent way to put
it. They end up 20 years in the future, and this little curious creature known as Garl Glittergold ends up being the Traveler, one of a god who has caused a whole lot of trouble over the past 20 years. A whole heap of trouble that causes a lot of people to be concerned. And so the Knights had to put a stop to this, and so it took them a while, but eventually they did. Would anybody like to describe what happened last session?
Real quick, before we move on, can I yada some of our highlight reel?
Sure.
Yada, we broke into hell. Yada, we assassinated, I want to say a duke.
Yeah.
We yada.
Count Vaser.
Oh yeah, he was a count, not a duke, yeah.
He counts.
Kick-ass duke.
We defended Corvin from Chaos Day, held off a Slot invasion. We started moving to create a Landsmeet to form an alliance to fight a red dragon. We went into, we fought Yanti, and we liberated a monster-infested fortress, teleported over to the far end, Corrin. We participated in a war. We helped save Tao's people. We fought the Hunter of Corrin, which turned out to be a beholder, as well as its numerous other abilities and factions. We, well, some of us pissed off two very nice, well, in there, fella, Davis, from way up north there, don't you know? And then we met
now we're from way out west, you see.
Oh, the west there. Yep, that's where it is there. And then we were flung into the future. And then we started a war with a god. And then we're wanted from giants. And then we're created a wish machine. And then I think Kadash got thrown into hell again.
It's true.
Yeah. Got thrown into hell by his old genie friend.
Yes, who later we just murdered. we just killed that guy because that was a very much kill or be killed moment.
I have his clothes and his spellbook.
Nice.
Lena beat up her childhood bully and saved her temple from internal affairs.
From a corrupt Shadowfell monk dude.
Finn was confirmed to be the Dreamweaver that was attacking Tao, because of beef that originated 20 years ago, canonically speaking, of course.
Technically, 20 years ago. Also, technically, like last week.
It was like 3 weeks or 4 weeks earlier.
Yeah, but through the guidance of our new psionic friend, Lady Eladrin, he was able to clear up a lot of the things that were holding him back. We've yet to really see how this has affected Finn, since that happened like right before the God battle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, mess with my mind. Okay.
Lady Eladrin joined us. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, well, I thought you were wrapping up, so I'll save until you get there.
I was gonna do a little piece on her character.
Yeah, do it.
Lady Eladrin, curious and shy, joined the knights in their quest to get revenge against the Traveler for leading the slot attack on Aloria. She confronted some of her demons, and she learned to trust a little bit. And she's been hanging with us pretty well since then, holding her own and becoming more confident in herself. Kadash, as we said, had his bearded moment where he was thrown into hell, then confronted the genie that betrayed his previous masters, and
like a 3-episode arc with a +1 beard of seriousness, as Sid called it.
If it were a show, it would be like almost an OVA, where it was like really condensed, really self-contained. We moved through it. And then Duel had that thing with the vengeance or whatever. It's not that important. And then we had...
That's pretty important. You got yourself a pretty important weapon.
Okay, well, so Duel found out that his order was destroyed, so he went to the temple and claimed the sword of his god, avatar human. He executed the bugbear that was responsible for the fall, and he declared vengeance against the god that arranged the entire thing. And then, using the combined talents of the Knights of Tiberius from the past and from the present and/or future, the two teams came together and fought the Garl Glittergold, aka the Traveler, on his own terms, on his own plane, using his own beast of destruction, the Tarask. And he survived.
Yep.
I think are we picking up literally in the aftermath of that fight, since all that other stuff was non-canon?
Yes,
So-
we are.
Oh, boy.
We're going to be picking up right at the back in Limbo. So for audiences who can see the Roll20 screen, you can see that there are all sorts of adventures, and these pictures are just a small sample of all the characters and such that they've met along the way or faced along the way. So
do a
yeah,
little
if you
slow
want
pan
to,
over it all.
feel free to go back and watch season 1 or 2. Some of it's pretty good.
So much. Oh, I completely forgot about our adventure in Rockwood. I remember the train, but I forgot about the whole like whorehouse visit and all that.
Yeah, I say you met your old whorehouse. It was a great time.
Wow.
Ye old
okay.
Really good day.
So we did leave off here. Would anybody like to recap in any particular order of significance about what happened here?
We took down the Tarask ridden by the Traveler with a couple pretty epic back-to-back crits from Dash and Duel, if I remember correctly.
That did happen.
Although just about everybody, I mean, not just about everybody, contributed in some form in taking down our toughest encounter yet. But now that we're all back...
Lady Eladrin was hammering on the psychic damage, as I remember. She just hung out on one rock, just like, well, I'm just going to keep dropping the migraine hammer.
I was going to keep hurting his head.
Lady E couldn't move from the one rock, so
Yeah.
she was
No, it's cool. It's cool.
all right, well,
Yeah.
Tau
so now we're
was
here
turned
with...
into...
The giant eagle.
Sorry.
I think Tau and his
super
grandchild
speed
turned
giant
into
eagle.
giant eagles.
Yeah.
That the eagle was hasted, so it was flying around at like Mach speeds,
Yeah.
just picking people up and throwing them onto the battle.
There was crazy stuff happening, but now we're here with the old knights, the new knights, as well as Jean, our Tief friend.
Yep.
then we all
That's-
pass out for a few seconds and have a weird dream about some sort of clockwork weirdos that are
Yeah, some people might have some dreams about that.
Overly duelish.
But it was all fake. None of it happened.
Yeah, it was all a dream.
I should roll a
I just
die for
have
just
to-
whose dream that was.
I had a great dream about a place that was always on time and orderly, and something bad happened there.
But
How
that's
long
not a
were
fun
we
way
in
to
that
live.
line? That was not on time. That was not on time at all.
Well, you know, these things happen.
Yeah. So in any case, where we left off was you guys. Yeah, you were resting up. You were kind of healing from that. Some people were pretty badly hurt. Some people nearly died. And also, you guys needed to rest up because Jean and now Tao are going to be able to plane shift back to where you came from.
Yep.
So, during that time of rest, if anybody has anything they want to do, they can. A couple things I'll mention that you might overhear from the other knights. Armiando, the philosopher, will be wondering, like, well, I heard that if you kill a devil in hell, then they just die forever. Is that the same for a god in a plane that they're kind of associated with? Have we really seen the last of him? And then Charles and Brianna are both, during some of their time, some of you guys would be able to overhear them talking about, like, okay, we killed him, but, like, who's going to believe us? Where's the proof? There's no trophy or anything. How long is it going to be until...
No. The proof is right there. It's floating away from us. Tao, you need armor. There's nothing better than that creature's armor right there. You can get it now.
I think the Tarrasque has long since floated away. But I guess if you could fly theoretically, you could eventually go catch it. He's not flying very far. He's just kind of like floating away.
If Tao will want to, I will fly on his back. We can go get some Tarrasque hide to make you some armor.
No.
What? Where? It's
I
right.
love-
It's there. I can see
I love
it.
that Tao's
It's you.
first line of season 3 is no.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Tao, you've been wanting armor from the greatest of beasts for so long, and there is the best beast.
We
I'll
need
start
to
playing a
stick
song of
together.
rest.
I only remember right after the battle, I think Dash and Lena just like sat on the edge of limbo, just like
Yeah,
pretty cool that we're not dead, right?
Yeah, I just got out of a Tarrasque. I'm just kind of sitting there dazed.
Got out of a Tarrasque.
I went into the Tarrasque to get Brienne.
That's true. Pulled around the
That's
stomach
Right, the
acid.
game
That
was Lena raged,
Man.
ran through a Tarrasque, pulled out Brianna, and ran out. That is the play of the game right there.
So I think so
Yeah.
if Dash is doing the typical like lean and stretch, he'd
Yeah.
probably do that and then just like end up sticking his hand on like a bunch of like stomach juices that are on Lena and just be like wiping
Sorry.
them off and then putting his... No,
I'm-
it's fine. I've been inside worse.
Oh God.
Anything else, guys, before we just kind of say that the resting is over and you all go back?
Yeah, let's spend the whole episode here.
Let's not
Yeah.
do that.
Finn's playing a Song of Rest. You guys get +5 hit points, whatever you want to stack on your hit die.
I think it's
I
a
just
long
assumed
rest.
that everybody got a long rest and you're all fully healed at this point.
Bullshit. Okay, I can do that too. That's great.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't bother updating your tokens here because I already have you on the next place, so you can update your tokens on the next one.
Cool.
All
There
right.
is-
Well, if no one else has got anything that they really want to
Oh,
do, then we can.
what is this? What is the ground made of underneath us?
Okay, so right now you are in this kind of floaty place. So the air feels kind of thin. It seems to go in and out. Sometimes it's really easy to breathe. Other times it's not. Everything's just kind of floating. So you feel. I don't know. It feels like the gravity itself is kind of fluctuating. Sometimes you feel light. Sometimes you feel kind of heavy. But the ground you're on is kind of like. It's nothing of value. I didn't prepare for it to be anything of value, so I'm not going to suddenly say it is.
Just limbo dirt.
Fair.
Yeah, it's angel dust. I don't know, something. You don't know. You don't know what it is, but it doesn't look.
Kadash
In fact, it
gets
looks- it
down
looks
on
like-
all fours and inhales a bunch.
Right.
Just huffs it.
It
Just
was actually asbestos.
cuts a line of this dirt. But
Hey,
it's
Panda Man,
nothing we
what if
can
we-
analyze, right?
Hey, Panda
What
Man,
was
what
that?
if we drop one of your seeds in this crazy dirt?
It's not dirt. It's more like rock.
Do you still have one?
I don't think I ever had one.
I don't think that's a great idea.
There's no soil. You can't plant anything in it.
Never mind. There seems to be no soil.
I would like to add onto the recap. There is one important thing that happened right at the very end of our last game. As a kind of pseudo
Yep.
recap, Duel went to the side of the cliff, the sheer cliff, and got down holding the Holy Avenger and his holy symbol and prayed to Hieronius. With the defeat of the Traveler, his path of vengeance should be cleared.
Right.
The pact is done. The Traveler has been slain. The man responsible for the Order's destruction has been slain. Now it is time for Duel to take up the path of devotion and faith once again. And when he rolled with advantage, he failed.
Hmm.
At entreating Hieronius?
In asking to be lifted of the Oath of Vengeance.
It seems like his answer back was no.
And also a small recap in terms of power and everything. On an opposite side, Lady E activated some weird sort of dark power of her own during that fight, and seems to be sort of stuck in it and just sort of staring off into the distance with black eyes.
Interesting.
Dash, if we're all gathering up, I think Dash will walk over and just lean in Lady E and be like, hey, do you think with Duel over there doing his whole like prayer thing, he's going to be like a whole weenie again? What? Hello?
It's like the shawarma scene at the end of Avengers, but there's no shawarma. It's just people.
That's so
staring
sad.
out.
Spoiler?
He's just waving it, ladies, jet black eyes. Hey, Mrs. Whip, like, hello?
Stop that.
He'll send a message to her. Okay, we can talk like this if you want. I can do that too.
By the way, when she said stop that, everyone heard her.
Oh. Well, Dash still responded in that way.
I think a lot of people looked around and looked at Lady E, at least on the NPC side. They looked around, they looked at Lady E. No, I'm not touching that. Just look away.
So in
It's
my
like-
notes... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's all I had.
In my notes, I apparently spoke to and identified Lude's sword of wounding before a long rest,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to ask you about that. Is that something you'd want to go into now, or in between
Honestly, I
sessions?
totally forgot about that. I have nothing for that. I'm sorry.
Then finish.
Did you do that a season ago? Because it's too late now.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All right, cool. We'll figure that out later. Finn is
Okay.
just chilling out.
It's nothing of significance. It's like
Yeah.
evil shit happened.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So, in the interest of moving things along, eventually you two will plane shift back to where this all started, at the tower. And when you arrive there, you hear all the slod in the background is going just way down at the bottom of that tower. And when you look over, there used to be some people who were kind of like experimented on or something, and then you had that white square is the table that you guys had set up, and then in the center was this big ring and a staff of the Magi in the middle, and all you see right now is Gumblegore standing right in front of it, and there's no staff there.
Hey, wizard guy, what happened to the staff thing that we used to go to the place and fight the guy?
Oh, they said you'd be back safe. Angels took it.
Angels?
Did they have
Yeah.
weird accents by chance?
Maybe. No.
Vaguely
no.
Canadian, maybe.
What's a
That's
Canadian?
actually celestial.
Celestial. Oh, I'm sorry. I mixed up my
It's northern.
dialects.
No, maybe? No.
So it
I'm
wasn't
sorry,
beta
Mr.
and
Dumbledore,
gamma.
are
It
you
was
having-
somebody else.
Are you having trouble remembering, or what's the problem?
No, I can remember.
Insight check.
Does Tao know anything to make him remember better?
Not really. You just know that he's like this sometimes when he's like really worked up.
Gotcha. Just
Weren't they
give
like
him
the
a
Men in Black?
moment.
Didn't they like blank people's memories?
I think so. They were. It was their names are beta and gamma. I remember that much.
Oh, beautiful.
So you're saying angels came and took the thing and I guess flew away? Did they say anything to you when they took it?
Yeah, they took the people in trouble and said they'd get them to safety.
Oh, you mean the weird fire in other people that we helped?
Yeah, those guys.
That's good.
Yeah, they're safe, and they said you'd be safe, and there was something. It was really important. Oh! And he like reaches behind him, and he pulls out a scroll, and he's like, "Which one are you as Finn again?"
We don't have anyone named Finnegan.
No, it's yeah.
Phineas, maybe
No,
Phineas.
definitely not Phineas. What's up? That's me. I'm Finn. Finn.
Yeah.
Phineas.
They said
Phineas.
to give this to you
Who's
and
they?
you,
Oh.
the angels,
Hmm.
and they said that you would know who it was from.
Okay.
And he's going to hand that over to you, and you're going to see on this scroll. It seems like it's two scrolls, kind of one wrapped around the other.
Oh wow,
So
they had a
it's-
lot to write.
And there's a mark on it that you recognize as your mother's family mark.
Huh.
And if you will move over to your Facebook for a second, I will send you that letter.
Excellent.
Secrets.
They're loads of fun.
Speaking of secrets,
They're
if
known by
anybody
none.
tries to look over, it just looks like a blank piece of paper to them. As he opens it, well, you'll see two main parts of the scroll, one of which other people could read. There's one that seems like only he can read.
Hey, friend, why are you staring at a blank piece of paper? Why aren't you looking at the one with words? Okay.
I'll take the one with words.
Journey.
He's reading the secret one.
Revealed?
Do you give the one with words over to Duel?
I'm sorry, what?
Finn.
Yes.
Duel is asking for the one that he can see words on. You might not know the difference. They look the same to you as far as they both have words, so you might not know which one he's talking about. Well, honestly, you probably would know.
Do they both have the same words?
One has a message to you. The other is a scroll that it's basically a teleportation scroll with a certain address on it.
I will kind of glance to the scroll, the spell scroll, and kind of look back to the message, and kind of without looking, hand it over towards Duel and say, "Yeah, hold that. That's the spell scroll," and I'll go back to reading real fast.
Okay. While he's reading, the future knights, or I guess the present knights in their case, they're basically gonna be like, what the fuck is even happening at this point?
Oh, don't touch that scroll! Don't mess with that scroll.
What?
Don't it's still reading.
Is it gonna blow up?
No. Just don't use it. Don't use it.
Oh yeah. Because I could if I wanted to. I just don't feel like it right now.
What's it do?
I'm going to. Jeez, is it? I guess I'm going to pull Kadash's big orb out of the bag of holding.
Okay.
That's forward.
Whoa, come on, Finn, buy me dinner
And,
first.
Then kind of like glare into it and just kind of and smash it on the ground.
You hit it on the ground and it just kind of like it hits the ground and it just starts rolling, but it doesn't seem like it was hurt.
I'm gonna give it the finger as it rolls away.
Dash walks
Don't
up
touch it, Dash! Don't.
Dude, I stole that from like a demon guy. It just could be like, important.
It's two-way.
What?
It goes both ways.
Oh crap.
So
Yeah.
we
Dash is
should all
gonna run
flip
over
it
and
off.
try to stomp it and break it.
You try to stomp and break, and even if you nat 20'd, it would not do anything.
Gumblegore,
Can I
do you
just-
know how to destroy a magical item?
Well, you need magic to do it, duh.
I think Dash is still gonna pick it up and carry it back over to the group, though.
Maybe we should
To
wrap
be
it up
fair,
with
you
something
have, I
meaningful.
think, damaged other orbs just by having them fall off pedestals, but this one seems different. This one seems harder to break.
Wait, Finn, do you still have the bag that eats stuff?
No, we had to kill it, remember?
Oh, right. How about the bag that holds stuff?
We do have that.
I mean, maybe we put this back in there? Otherwise, hi, dude who's looking at us.
Well, cover it, and I'll take my cloak and I'll throw it on top.
I don't know. I'm sorry. My mom sent I'm going to roll an investigation or an insight check to make
Okay.
sure this is like her handwriting.
Yeah, I think that'd be investigation.
Ooh, we haven't heard from Mama Finn in quite some time.
The way she would write it, like everything.
How is Mama Finn?
You're not like super certain, but you feel like that's probably her. Like as far as you can tell,
Right.
but you're like there could be something I'm missing, but this seems to be her.
Couldn't you, can't you use your, like, identify thing to see if it came from her?
I can use the spell identify. I can do that.
You
It'll take
you
10
have your
minutes.
special ability too.
I do. If I didn't use that on the sword, then I will go ahead and use that.
I mean, I assume that you didn't use it on the sword after your long rest.
Oh, okay. I will go ahead and do that. Yeah.
All right, you do that on the scroll, and you can see her writing something out on a small table with a fairly large window to the side of her with the morning sun coming in. And she's writing it. She seems peaceful when she's writing it, almost excited. She seems determined on her face, but the feeling you get is warmth when you analyze this, when you feel it. That's the feeling you get, is
Sweet.
like the warmth of a mother's love.
Do I know where she is right now?
Didn't she write it in a letter?
Check the return address.
No, I'll look
the
at
scroll.
the return address. It's not written in.
The last time.
Oh,
I think we
South
heard
Bay.
from her.
Yes. I remember her dwelling in South Bay, correct?
No. This is... Oh, I mean, you saw
That's South
on a
Bay.
scrying orb, you saw her along the coast of somewhere, but you have no memories of her ever being in South Bay. You've just seen her there since going to the future.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure we met up with Finn's and his mom's buddy in Norris Crag.
An old buddy of his dad's, yeah, and he also mentioned that she's in South Bay.
That's right. That's right.
And also in the orb, when you were spying on her, not spying on her, but looking for her, you also saw that she was with some kind of bard-looking dude
Right.
walking along the beach with her.
That's fine. You know, she's had a lot of time. It's fair to move on.
Finn, what's the letter say?
We need to find my mom. The angels told her about us defeating the Traveler. She was kind of vague, but I need to bring you, Lena, Duel, Lady Eladrin, and you, Dash.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made the list. Wait,
Yeah,
but what about everyone else?
I'm not supposed to bring anyone else. It's
Like
just us.
specifically, they're not allowed.
I'll point to the apparently blank piece of paper. And say, yes,
Finn, dude,
You?
there's
yes. Adelina? Really? I thought it was
Adelina.
Adelina.
Well, I mean, that's
I'm sorry, Miss Blackwell.
Blackwell. Yeah. Mhm.
And Dual Brightstone, Lady Eladrin, and Kadash. Bring no one. It's underlined, guys. It's underlined. Don't bring
Hey,
anyone.
wait. Why doesn't she have my last name on there? Joke's on you. I don't have one. Made you look. Ah! But seriously, stop pointing at a blank piece of paper.
It's not okay.
Honey, we can't see anything on that.
That's fine. I can.
well,
So we
whatever.
should get
Okay.
to South Bay. Do we have a way to get to South Bay? There's the teleportation.
Hold on. Before we go anywhere, there's one much bigger question we need to ask ourselves. Where is the staff? That thing puts out wishes.
That was
The
kind
angels
of
got it, but where
our
did they
main
go?
way home.
Well, if the angels took it and the angels talked to Finn's mom, maybe Finn's mom knows where the angels went.
Did it say in your letter that the angels were commanding your mom to do this? Or does she know them? Has she spoken to them?
She says that if the angels are, if what the angel said is true, that we've just defeated the Traveler. Congratulations. She's grateful we are safe. But she has something she needs to talk to us about that she's not going to put in writing. We need to talk to her. And you guys are on the list, and I'm not supposed to bring anyone else.
Wait, it doesn't even have Panda Man?
No, which I thought was a little odd.
Oh.
Perhaps it is about something you all did during our time apart.
I have no idea.
I don't know, but if she really did talk to the angels, then, you know, maybe she knows where they went. Maybe we can start getting the wishing staff back, and, you know, maybe we can start making headway on getting back home.
Charles is going to go over to you guys and say, listen, I know you really want to get back to your time, and you have things. We originally came here because we wanted to defeat the Traveler, because we had this staff with wishes and stuff. Well, before we went here to meet up with you to team up for this battle, we had just made some major headway in making an alliance with Norris Krog. And frankly, my mom is still worried about. When he says "mom," he's like hesitates for a second, kind of looks at both his moms, like
Do both of them perk up?
yeah, and he looks and is like "mom," and he's like, it's a little forced. My mom is still concerned about Batham, and she felt like we were safe there. It might just make sense for us to go there. And it sounds like if there's angels involved, then hopefully that's a good thing, and you can figure that out and fill us in. But if we're not supposed to be there for some reason, then we've got our own things to do too. We've still got a kingdom to reclaim.
Is this where we part ways again, then?
It doesn't seem like your letter gives a whole lot of choice if you want to go follow that. I mean, it'd be
So
nice to come along, but it seems like you're meant for other things. I mean, we're only a teleportation away if something goes wrong, right?
That's true.
I can take them safely there as well, and you can send. And
Wait, you
update
can
us on what's
teleport
happening.
now, Panda Man?
He literally
You
plain
could teleport earlier.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like on the same planet.
Tree walking, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just let me be impressed.
that's
Come
right,
on.
You, got the good druid shit already.
I'm just saying, because Tao's done it twice in front of you.
yeah, yeah.
Fair
Kai,
enough. But not
Kai-
through a tree.
Yes,
Kai
through
will
a
go
tree.
up. Kai will go up to Tao and say, "Grandfather, I know that you don't exactly care what happens in this time, but Norris Krog is filled with all sorts of people who are knowledgeable with different arcane arts. Perhaps you could learn something for your studies there. And maybe spend some time with, me.
Oh. What does that look for? I don't want to.
Tao just sort of looks at him a little and is like, without the staff, we need to find another way for time travel anyway.
So you'll come with us?
It seems I have no other choice.
Oh wow, feel the love.
Yeah.
How it's okay to
That's
let
the
him
critical,
feel like
right?
a little affection. Just a little affection. Like smile at him, maybe? Like,
Have you ever seen a bear smile?
He's showing his teeth. He's showing his teeth. Run! He's gonna eat us!
Like pat his forehead, pat the top of his head or something, Tao. Come on.
Grandfather, what are you doing?
She said to smile.
This is not our way.
No, it is not.
Why did you listen to me? Don't listen to me ever. God.
He's just gonna like pat Lena on the head, and then probably help
It's all
Gumblegoer.
sticky with freaking nasty.
You didn't
stomach
clean
crap,
it. We've been
too.
there 8 hours.
I'm getting a bath, man. All
You
right, gonna get a bath.
Tao just
large-
says
Whoa.
water and
Whoa.
dumps the jug on your head. What the fuck?
Duel? Is this really
Thanks.
What? Just happened.
okay?
Sorry,
Got
that
a
was a
weird-
long link.
That's
I
like
think
some
Ryan-
state
bottom.
secrets in
Ryan
there.
just copy pasted the internet.
I'm not opening that.
I'm
I
opening
can't
it.
even click it as a link.
No, yeah, it won't even let me click it.
Oh, the one at the
Bottom
bottom.
one.
There you
Just
go.
go all the way to the bottom. Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I usually do.
There you go. Nice.
That's how smiling.
Well, before
Tao's gonna say water and dump the alchemy jug on Lena.
Oh. Nope. That was uncalled for. That wasn't right. You could have
cleaner
warned
now.
me.
Lena, you still smell like Tarask.
I think you smell
Come
like
here and
victory.
smell me. I was going.
Charles is just
Smell
going
like
to say, all right, now, not Charles. Let's say, Kildar is going to say over to Finn, come on, Finn, it's just one freaking cantrip. You can make her smell better. Just one freaking cantrip, Finn.
Fuck you all.
I do the thing.
Thanks, Ben.
That's such a
Oh,
handy
it wasn't
spell.
for you. It wasn't for you.
Oh, it wasn't for you? Ass.
What? No, we'll
Tao's
get
gonna
you a spot. You're coming with me next soak we get. Don't
Yep.
worry.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Before we teleport away, Dash would like to speak to both Gene and Armando.
Okay.
He didn't get a chance to actually like address or thank them for anything, so he'll go up to Armando first and just say, "Hey, cat guy, listen, you know,
Armando. My name is Armando.
right. So anyway, listen up. In the past, I feel like people have sort of like, I don't know, thought I had like an issue with cat people or whatever. But I just want to say that like you've helped us a lot and thank you. And you did a good job in that fight. And can I shake your hand, please?
I don't trust him.
Which one?
Thank you very much for your help.
What did you do?
You're welcome.
I was thanking him for his help. Why does everybody not trust? It's because I'm blue, right? Anyways.
No,
then-
no,
Because you tried
it's
to
nice to
steal
know
a
you think I'm one
barrel
of the good ones.
Chicken.
That's-
you're sneaky.
You know, I can do that thing too, just not as echoey. Just saying.
We just really need to get her out of here.
Yeah.
Are her eyes still black?
Oh yeah.
You're really freaking me out, by the way, Miss Whip. You look better with your regular eyes, just saying.
Remind
And
me, what do people feel like when her eyes are black?
Absolutely nothing, which is probably even more unsettling.
Oh.
Okay.
And then he'll go up to Gene and just the same thing. Hey, Gene, just want to say, like, I'm glad we were able to help each other out, getting out to, like, hell and all that stuff, because that place really sucks, and I'm glad we helped each other out of there. And I just want to say, like, I hope that one day you can stop Batham, and best of luck and all that stuff. You wanna bring it in?
You won't be joining me in that fight?
Oh, believe me, I would love to. I think we got business with Mama Finn first, but I would very much like to help you fight that Batham guy. And also help that guy with the axe and the always dying down there. He seemed really cool.
Oh yeah, he
You never
seemed
met
like
him.
he
You
was
were
really
dead.
troubled. We should help him.
Yeah. So, listen, when it comes time for the Batham fight, give me a shout, huh?
Of course.
All right.
Alrighty. So with that, I will teleport you in a second, but first I gotta take my dog out because she's crying like crazy.
All right, that gives me a minute.
Alright, take 5.
me
I'm
outside.
gonna read up on this mantle of void.
Enjoy the break, everyone. Pee if you gotta.
I'm gonna put up the be right back sign.
I probably should.
Okay. We're back.
When Kadash pulls Armiondo and Jean aside, Duel would like to go speak to Brianna.
Okay. Hey, Duel.
Hey, how are you doing since you were devoured a little while ago?
Hanging in there. You've, I guess we both still have a lot ahead of us.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. So listen, you know I'm on the Oath of Vengeance right now to track down the ones that destroyed my order and well, really shattered all the orders. And the Traveler was the one behind all of it.
Right.
So
you're cutting in and out a bit.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Any yes, no?
No.
Not really, no?
No, you're better.
It's better now.
Yeah.
Okay. You obviously know I'm not a fan of vengeance. And you know the effects it has on a knight with their soul.
Yeah.
While we were in limbo, I asked to be relieved of it. To Aronius. And he said no. I don't know what that means, whether he wants me to hunt down the Travelers or if he's still out there or there's something more that's coming. But I need you to know this isn't over.
No, I don't think it is. I mean, since you've come here, you've just been thinking about it seems like what's preoccupied your mind is the god himself, but you have to remember that over the past 20 years, it wasn't just the Traveler. It was people he influenced, and not controlled, but influenced. They chose to do these things. Nothing ends with just a single god. You should know that.
You mean I can't just kill a single god and then all the war goes back to normal and people aren't crazy anymore?
No, Diana. It doesn't work that way.
That seems like a good takeaway. It seems like it could make a movie, honestly.
There's like a moral to that story, yeah. I think what Hieronius was telling you is that your work isn't done yet. And I hope that these angels point you in the right direction. I'm sure we'll meet again before you go back, if you go back. Are you going back?
Go. I'll go where he sends me.
Fair enough. As any paladin would.
Look out for them. And, it's not over yet. Whatever this is, keep your eyes peeled.
Keep in touch, okay? And stay safe.
Oh, can I give her like a nod and give her walk back to her?
I'm hearing Ryan like 3 times jumbled up. I can hear what he's saying, but it's very jarbled.
Yeah.
But it's not doing that all the time. Just here and there.
Yeah. Alrighty. So with that, are you all ready to teleport? Alrighty. So many times you guys have been teleported now, and almost every time I have rolled to make sure it was a success.
Oh no.
There was even one time that it was not a success, and I fudged it so it would be a success, because it would take it way too off track with the way it rolled.
Oh no.
I did roll this time, and there was a mishap. There was a mishap, and you will all be taking
and we're back in hell.
21 points of force damage as it's like you just extreme turbulence as you're going through.
Who's teleporting us?
I don't know who's the one who did this thing, but but it says that the DM.
I
rolled,
knew I shouldn't have shaked his hand.
And so you were supposed to go straight over here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
not
like
the water.
a 300-mile journey, roughly.
So we end
water.
up like here.
You've ended up somewhere here. What I will say is when your characters get out of this huge turbulent rainbow road, whatever, you land right surface level of water. So unless you're Jesus and have that kind of ability, you just fall into the water.
Dash goes hover mode and hovers above the water.
Boots of flying.
Can you activate your boots of flying as a reaction?
I think it's just part of my movement. Let me look it up.
No, you don't. You have the awesome cape thing, don't you, Duel?
I do. I don't sink. Bosco is really struggling right now, though.
I was gonna say, Duel. You don't sink, but you are floating though, right? You just fall like right into the water.
Activates and it kind of gives me like a little wake.
Yeah. So you're okay. Lady E, you have something similar, right? You have Mariner's armor?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're okay. You're just kind of floating there pretty easily too, right?
Yep.
Wait,
okay.
so is Finn the only one that actually falls in?
Well, I mean, the others fall in. They just are... They're just waiting. So they're okay, but they are wet. Finn, I believe you do fall in because you do have the ability to fly, but it costs an action to do it. So you would just fall in for starters, but then you could get out of it easily. So Finn, what do you do?
I curse as bubbles leave my mouth, and then I fish around in my pockets for that potion of water breathing. And like kind of resurface and see where everyone is.
All right. So while you were trying to do all of that and stay afloat, give me a swim check or athletics check.
Will do.
First roll.
Hey.
First roll of the season.
You were able to kick well enough to stay above water as you go through your stuff and get the potion of water breathing.
Okay.
So we've got, I think that's all 5 of you now are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now the boots will only last for what, 2 hours?
4 hours.
4 hours, okay.
Yeah.
So you're good for now.
But if all else fails, I can also run across water. I just wouldn't be able to ever stop ever.
Fair enough. Well, in any case, at sea level, looking around, it seems like you're so far out of view. You must be miles away from land. I think you can see maybe like 2 to 4 miles away from the water to land, so you're clearly farther than that. And you're not really sure where you are other than that. So what do y'all do?
This sucks, guys.
Yeah, and like none of us can do the teleport thing, right? Cool.
All right, who wants to be a giant shark?
Bosco actually is not good at swimming right now.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Bosco, can you give me an athletics roll?
He's in heavy armor and he's a bear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have we lost the 3.5 rules where there's a penalty for heavy armor in the water?
There's not.
no. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just stealth.
Lucky for Bosco, because.
But he's definitely having a hard time. So if you want to increase the DC, I completely understand.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, he's really struggling to stay afloat. Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna have Duel assist him. Try and keep him afloat.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Polymorph on Bosco and turn him into a giant shark.
Okay.
Okay, you can't do that.
You can't do it on a mount.
Bosco wasn't a high enough CR to become a giant shark.
Oh.
It's got to be a lesser shark.
Yeah. You could do a regular shark, like a reef
Like
shark.
a little coral shark.
Yeah.
The thing is, a great shark could ferry pretty much all of us on its back.
Yeah, but it's a higher CR than Bosco.
Unfortunately, it won't work.
Then I will turn myself into a giant shark and swim under Bosco. And
It's okay, buddy.
island.
You can do it. Hold on. Just gonna be a. Oh,
Bosco just like, whoa, and just gets lifted up by a giant shark.
Oh no! This giant shark ate Finn. I'll save you, buddy.
Wow, a 10 with advantage. Yeah, Bosco would have drowned if it weren't for that shark.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so
Well, he would have started to sink. He wouldn't have drowned yet, but
yeah, but if no one did anything, he would have.
right, he would have sank for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't even want to click on that.
Oh my
so
god,
adorable.
it's precious.
So, you all seem to have more or less stabilized in the water. What do you do from here?
Hey guys, which way is, land?
How far can we see anything to the distance?
You can see nothing in the distance from the sea level that you're at.
Do we know
If I
what?
fly up, can I see anything?
Yeah. So if you go up, you look at the direction of the sun. I think around this time. Do you remember were you having lunch or dinner with the
I
traveler?
think it was dinner.
I think so.
Okay. So in that case, you would see where the sun is setting, and so you would be able to tell that from where you are, there is a piece of land that you can just barely see over the horizon, and it is southeast of you.
I'll come back down and relay that information. Just need to.
If you want to give like a survival check, I could tell you how far away you think it is.
Y'all,
also,
are you ready for the
I
first
gotta say,
one?
make a perception check while you're up there.
Okay. All right. So.
What if when you went up and looked down, you just saw like a kraken under the water?
That's
Just under all of us?
perception.
Ooh, that is really good.
And then survival is somewhere. Survival.
Survival.
Come on, don't be a dick. There we go. Oh my. I'm not mad. I'm not
Okay.
mad.
Not bad. So you'd say it's somewhere between 20 to 40 miles.
That's the way.
Seems like a fair ways, but like you're not used to being up at this. You're not even entirely sure how high up you are. And you're looking over, and you're like,
The water's moving funny.
I don't know, 20 to 40 miles, somewhere in there.
So we go that way then.
And so that is the only outcropping of land you see of any kind.
For a little bit.
But what you also spot is it seems like fairly far off in the distance is a ship coming from around the area that land is from. And how long do you stay up there? Do you just see the ship, or do you look at it for a bit?
I would like to look at it for a bit. At this point, just
Okay, with that
stuff
19,
has a tendency to find us. So
with that 19, you were able to tell that ship is heading in your direction.
do I see any like flags or anything?
You see a big flag with a giant Hello Kitty face on it.
That seems not at all conspicuous, and just we should go see them. That would be super great. Hey guys, I'll go back down. So that way, I would say about like 20-something miles-ish is land, but we also have a boat with a giant kitty flag coming on us from that direction.
Wait, could it be the Kauai Pirates of South Bay?
That's what I'm thinking.
Richard, I'd like to roll history. What do I know about these?
They are super kawaii
Because
desert.
as everyone knows, Duel's had a fascination with pirates his entire life.
All right.
Does he recognize this symbol?
Are you rolling?
Would you like a history check? What would you like for it?
Yeah, I guess history.
It was like a white cat and it like a big red bow, you know, like on the ear. It was sideways. And a cattywampus, if you will.
If they are pirates, that does not instill much fear.
No, I'm pretty sure we could kick some pirates' ass.
Guys, we killed a literal god. We can beat pirates.
That's a good point.
Instant
Someone roll me
TPK.
a +7 for me. My laptop's being really slow.
I got you.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Marisha said that, and she turned herself into a goldfish and jumped off a cliff, and she died. So we're not gonna run
You're
with
welcome.
that logic. We're not gonna run with that reasoning.
Alrighty, with a 24, you feel very confident. Oh, that doesn't sound like them. This sounds like something else. That their sign has a very particular sign that's not quite that.
The Kawaii Pirates has the penguin picture. Whoever these guys are, I'm not sure who they
thought it
could be.
was a
Maybe
cat.
new pirates.
You know that the one I didn't know you were so obsessed with the pirates and stuff.
I mean, I've read a tome or two. It's something I was always just fascinated
Makes me
by.
wish we had our own ship again.
Oh, Virgin Nightmaid.
2.
2. Oh God, those were good times.
We need a Nightmare 3.
We do. So do we want to try to evade these guys, or do you think that we can maybe get them to turn around and take us back to shore? I mean, it looks like they're coming from there. I don't know.
You said they had like a pretty friendly looking flag?
It looks like a giant cat, and it's got like a red bow on the ear. It's super cute, really.
Well, maybe they have like one of those smaller boats attached to the big boat that we could take back to land. Maybe
Finn
we
starts swimming towards the boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dash in his little hover form is just holding onto one of the fins and just
Let's
All
have a
right.
holding
look.
onto Finn's fin.
So you're all heading that way? That's
Yes.
consensus? Okay.
I guess.
As you get closer, Tony, I'll let you do your Photoshop work later.
Okay.
You see what appears to be a little cog ship. It's actually bigger than this in proportion to the the lifeboat. It's probably about twice as big. It's nearly in length of the Virgin Nightmaid 2, but it's clearly a lot smaller. All you've got is like a deck and a boat basement. You're not like a 5-story thing.
Is it just one mast?
It's just one mast.
Remind me of what this pirate thing looks like. The flag.
Hello Kitty.
It's not. Yeah, it looks like Hello Kitty.
Okay.
Yeah, that is whoever's drawn that's pretty good.
Oh, hey, thanks.
So in any case, that's basically what you see. It's a modest ship. But that's the first thing you see as it's coming up. If someone would like, they can make a perception roll. Also, describe what is going on right now. Is Finn carrying a bunch of people on his back?
I think Finn has E, Bosco, Duel, and Kadash is holding onto the back fin.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
How is Bosco holding on?
With his
I think he's
claws?
just on top of
got
it.
no thumbs.
He's got claws.
I'd say Bosco, I'm like keeping an effort to keep him centralized right on whatever a shark's shoulders would be.
There's a big fin up top. He can
Yeah,
hold on.
The shark wore pants. Would it wear them like this or like this?
Right, would it be long ways or deep wise?
It's the long ways. It's just like right up to his mouth.
Kadash and Lady E don't see shit. Well, they see the shit.
I'm probably too busy like acting like I'm like wakeboarding on the back of the shark to care.
Yeah, you see the ship. It's coming up. It's a few hundred yards away.
No, it might
Lena, are you still kind of flying at a little bit higher?
Yeah.
All right, well, that makes perfect sense because you are the one who happens to notice that this ship has somebody chilling up on this this here
Crow's nest.
crow's nest, the boat attic, if you will, and person seems to have some cat ears and has a spyglass. Is looking around, and I'm gonna see if he sees you.
You're flying stealthy, right?
Totally. I'm always flying stealthy.
She's
From
a
cloud to
B2
cloud.
bomber.
Alrighty. So they don't see you at this point, but they're gonna see you soon.
Good. Good. Do we want to get their attention, or do we want to just keep checking them out for a minute? I see somebody in the crow's nest, but
Do they see the hulking shark creature with a bear riding it?
that's a good question.
You're still a fair ways away, and he's looking all around various points, and you can tell he doesn't always have the thing out. He'll sometimes just put it away and be like, "All right." Unless he has a reason to look out, it's not going to look out that much other than just for pure curiosity.
Jules clutching onto the back of the shark, but he's like, Lena, why don't you fly ahead and announce our arrival? Just check them out, see how they're doing over there before we ride over with the shark. Could you do that, please?
You can take me with you if you want more diplomacy help.
Oh yes, I'm gonna go grab Kadash, and then we're gonna go.
Dash is gonna turn into tiny 1-foot Dash and ride on her shoulder.
Okay.
Let's go, Lena. Wee.
Team backpack, go.
Yep.
Team backpack
All right.
right again.
As you get close up,
Oh, no.
you can see that there are some tabaxi.
These people don't look anything like their flag.
Khajiit has pirate wares if you have pirate
Right.
coin.
So let me just say that on this ship, currently you can see 4 tabaxi in very nice, fine clothing, draped in all sorts of silkiness and looking very, very nice. But you also see 4 crew that seem to be armed. So whether they're guarding the ship or working the ship, it seems like they're prepared to do both. One is up in the crow's nest, another is towards the front of the ship, one is on the side, and another of the guards is blocking a doorway.
I feel like it might be better if we land just on the deck instead of going right up to the guy. It might seem, I don't know, more diplomatic.
I was at least thinking not to approach them on either side if they have cannons. So maybe that one.
So we just go straight for the front then.
That might be good.
Okay.
Maybe.
This tiny voice is so much more annoying to do than regular voice.
Alrighty, so what's happening exactly?
We are making a very blatant approach from the front,
Okay.
avoiding any sides and potential cannons or anything like that.
Okay, so you head up towards the front, and eventually you're going to hear some shouting like, hey, there's people! And they're starting to gather around. They gather around. And so do you just kind of land? Because 2 of the noble-looking, not necessarily noble, but the nice-looking people are just going to like keep an eye on you and see like if you're going to land somewhere and just kind of see what's going on. It seems like they're going to handle the situation for now.
Okay. I was gonna not necessarily land on deck, but like pull a Peter Pan and like stand on the railing
All right.
and just try to like.
Richard, would you say we're within 120 feet of them?
Oh God.
Firebolt!
Well, first of all, I'm just going to give you a little picture of what these guys look like.
Oh, there's something.
Okay. I was just gonna message one and just request permission to land.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Okay.
So you've got the 2 on the left are the ones who are kind of spotting you. The 2 on the right are up towards the wheel and are kind of staring and looking.
Is this from
looking
like
up at
the
you.
cat Bible or something? Because this dude here just looks like leopard Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where this came from, but I'm like, this works. This works for what I'm going for.
Yeah, I'll message one of the two that's looking up and just ask if we can land.
Okay.
He healed the leopards. I knew it. I knew it. I said I was crazy.
Alrighty. So you go over, and he, you get a message back saying, "Yes, land, if you come in peace."
They say it's cool because we're coming in peace.
Okay. I will land. Oh my god, Duel, Finn, E, what are you doing here? Oh man.
You guys are slow.
Wait,
How
what?
did you get here so fast?
I'm confused.
You just copy pasted us all, is all.
Oh.
It's fine. Just
Just throw them in the water.
Just throw everybody into the sea.
I was gonna say, I didn't think that I had moved you guys to be able to see this yet, but okay. So in any case, yeah, let's just get everybody else out of here for now. Just move yourself over in the sea somewhere. So if that's the case, then come on, computer. Come on, computer.
Come on.
Okay, so Duel, get out of there.
Okay, Shredder. Oh, I just lost another jackalope, guys.
Your dogs go through toys so fast.
They do. They really, really do.
Are we all cutting to being on the deck of the ship?
Well, the rest of you guys are not there yet.
Oh, okay.
So I'm taking you off the ship.
Oh, okay.
So right now you just got Kadash and Lena.
Moscow, hold on! Don't drown!
All right. So
Dash hops up and goes to his normal size now.
yeah. Also, the tabaxi that was up top on the crow's nest is going to be kind of doing some maneuvering and moving his way down. So you're a little surrounded at the moment with people that are just kind of curious about it. If you want to roll any insight checks, you can do that.
Yes, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome.
Well, I'm not very
Our
insightful.
team-
Are you still a 1 foot genie?
No, I went to normal size.
There it is! There it fucking is!
Yep.
It's fine.
Everybody, take your glass. Come on. All right. I'm instituting it now.
You guys are not able to read the situation at all.
Cheers.
But you're more or less surrounded, and our fine-looking fellows are just going to say, where did you come from? What brings you to our ship?
Well, we were trying to teleport to land, and we missed. So we're trying to go that way to, the land.
Oh, yeah, we're about 27 nautical miles from there.
Oof,
Right.
that's a ways.
Well, I'm not about to ask you to turn your own ship around, but if you got, like, rowboats or something, maybe we could buy one from you?
Oh, I don't know if you want rowboats. There's sharks in there.
Oh no.
Sharks, man.
This is revenge, isn't it, Richard?
That one line is the only revenge I'll give.
There are 13
there's
dire
sharks in
sharks near
there.
you. Roll for initiative for Bosco.
just
We're-
Moscow.
Kind of really stuck out here with extremely limited resources right now.
Where are you all headed?
We're heading to North Bay. We're just making a delivery of various goods. Gosh, we would turn around, but we would face a hefty fine if we were to be late for our shipment. If you were willing to compensate for such a fine, then I suppose we would be willing to be accommodating.
How much is this fine?
Well, let me do a little bit of calculations here as the DM consults his notes.
I'll fuck you up, man. I will mess you up.
He's going to look at the both of you. He's trying to gauge who the money person is between the two. Seeing as how monks usually don't carry much on them, they have the idea in their selfless monks who don't carry much. He's going to look over at the genie and is going to say,
'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I don't know who the money person is. 'Cause I
750?
Dash
750
turns
gold.
To message Lena.
Hold on real quick. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm just gonna send you something real quick.
To who you sending?
I'm sending it to you, Tony.
Oh, okay.
I like this playlist, by the way. I haven't had to change it once.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which one are we on?
There's still an RPG
Some kind of-
ambiance.
So, 750 gold sounds like a good price. Seems fair. It's worth our trouble and our time, and it will compensate the fee that we will acquire, and then you will be able to get back to where you are. I think we will all win.
20 miles.
Dash looks over at Lena and just messages, "We totally have like way more than 750 gold in the group fund, right?"
I have more than 750 on me personally. So.
Where do you keep that?
Wouldn't
In the
you
monk-
like to
In
know?
the monk pocket.
In the
In the monk
pocket.
pocket.
Prison pocket.
Ain't
Wouldn't
no
that be like
vow of
50 pounds
poverty
of
here.
gold?
Okay.
Oh, puppy.
Dash turns back to Cat Jesus or to whoever. Excuse me. Ugh. And just says, "That shouldn't be a problem."
But I think that's a little much.
Excellent. I believe we have a deal then. Yes.
I don't know.
He motions
doesn't
over to
seem too
somebody.
Crazy.
Hey,
So much.
turn the ship around. Turn the ship around. We have an extra stop to make. Don't worry, you'll be paid.
Have we arrived by now?
We have
Right.
friends
Also, we have other
also.
friends who need to come on.
one of them. Currently looks like a giant shark. So if you see him, please don't. Please don't.
He won't look like a shark when he gets here, though. He'll look like a person.
You have more? How many more?
Oh, this is such a this.
Suddenly, Bosco climbs up the stairs.
Well, we have
ladder.
the two
Five.
of us and 3 more, because we can technically get rid of the bear, right? Like, Duel can bring him back later. So 5?
5 total?
Yes.
Hmm.
5 people.
I'm
7.
going
Can
to-
I
ponder on
insight
that.
check him? I want to insight check him. Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Hello,
we
you
have
just
a-
shredded it. You just shredded it. It's fine.
We have a busy schedule, and
Right, then
We
you
also-
said the fine was 750.
we also have some things to trade. So, if you would be open to looking at our wares, then perhaps we can make a deal. Yes, 5 will be okay.
Okay, 5 people, 750 gold, and you show us some of your wares. I can pretty much safely say that we will be fine checking out the wares.
Alrighty then, my friend, we have a deal.
Cool. Put it there, friend.
He'll shake your hand.
Kadash, honey, I know that you're just getting over this whole cat person thing, but I'm not comfortable with the cat people. I think that they're definitely trying to use us. But that is neither here nor there.
How could they be trying to use us if they're taking us back to where we need to go?
I think 750 is too much, and he sounds awfully shady. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
That's
and
kind
maybe
of
get-
racist, Lena.
Hey, Lena, you nat 1'd your insight. You think they're fine people.
These people are so dope. Oh my god, that one's purring.
I've never seen a more trustworthy cat.
I just really want to pet that cat's ears.
Alrighty. So, if the others want to come on board this ship, they can do that.
Hell yeah. I think once everyone else clambers on board, Finn will get up there. I don't know if they wanted to say like a catchphrase
He's
into the
A
thing.
cat phrase. So the guards will be fairly friendly. They'll give you a hand, help you up and stuff, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, welcome aboard, welcome aboard."
Hello there. Thank you for accommodating us. I greatly appreciate it.
Welcome to
We're-
the 9 Lives.
The 9 Lives.
Oh,
this
I
is a-
get it.
This is a fine vessel. Oh, to whom am I speaking? Who's the captain here? I apologize.
Oh, we don't have captains here. We're an autonomous collective.
Oh,
You see,
okay.
we take turns of who makes the executive decisions of each trip.
That sounds dumb.
Well, but it would, but all the decisions of that officer have to be ratified by a two-thirds vote of the rest of the remaining owners of the ship, and so forth.
Okay. Oh. Anyways, this is
Well, they're great. Oh my god.
yeah. I'm sure my companions have already introduced themselves. We are the Knights of Tiberius, the first ones. This is Lena and Kadash, and this is the Lady Eladrin here, and our fine steed, Finn, the shark, and my
shark.
I will give everyone a chance again to make an insight now that everyone else is on board.
You know I will.
God, please.
I can try.
Ooh, wow, we got some great insight rolls.
You know, it says 19 on my screen. I just want to say that. Listen,
Kadash is
man.
just looking down at his shoes.
Listen, man. I'm so over this whole cat racist thing. I just trust them all now.
Like any semblance of mistrust, you're like, nope, I'm done with that life.
I'm not
trust
about that life anymore.
That's amazing.
Ironically, Duel is the only one who doesn't really notice that it seems like some of these noble-looking people seem kind of nervous around the paladin. Like, oh, that's a paladin. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. Whereas the guards just seem kind of fascinated by everybody coming up. It's like, oh, there's so many new people. So it's a very different reaction coming from both of those people. But Duel is oblivious to it. He's just like, hey, how's it going?
Could I roll either a
15's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's not high enough.
Okay, fair enough.
Could I roll either a perception or an investigation check to see if they're wearing anything that would indicate why they would feel uncomfortable around a man of the cloth?
The plate.
A man at the plate?
I think it's because paladin orders have not been around for a while.
That could be odd, but why would that be fear-inducing? Would you prefer one over the other? Perception over investigation, or either?
I think investigation, if you're looking for some kind of thing on them.
Okay.
You're scanning them all over, being like, all right, well, what fits here with what lore I know? That's intimidation.
Tell me what you know!
What do you think? Sorry about that. Never mind.
Oh, it rolled over the 20!
No, you don't see anything that would point to any of that.
Can I roll a history to see if it's like some like order illegal thing and they're worried about the illegality of it or whatever?
Sure.
Okay.
Your time's up.
Paladins, pirate hunters. That sounds like an awesome.
That is a very good history roll. Well, everything you can tell so far is that they're merely mercenaries, so there's nothing to suggest. I mean, like, if you felt like they were pirates, then I guess that would be obvious cause to be concerned of any kind of law enforcement. But so far, no, even with a history, there's nothing in the history that suggests why these people at face value should be worried about a paladin at all. There's nothing about tabaxi or merchants or on the seas. Nothing like that comes to mind.
They were never like near wherever the orders, all that went down, right?
No, they were fairly far away from it even.
Then yeah.
Well, in any case, they say, all right, well, turn the ship around and we'll get you on your way.
I'll turn to Lena and Kadash and say, so we got a ride then, huh?
Yep. It's gonna cost us 750 gold.
750?
They said that's the fine if they're late with their stuff. Seemed to make sense.
Whoa,
We
whoa.
have like way more than that in the fund, right?
What?
You can keep the ship aimed where we need to go, but let me see that manifest. That is ridiculous pricing.
You see, I thought that, and then I was told that I rolled a natural 1, and I wouldn't think that at all. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
How much?
I don't know.
How
These
much
chats
does a
seem
ship
trustworthy
cost?
to me.
How much does a ship cost?
The ship costs, you can roll, what's an appraisal? Is it investigation now?
I don't think it would be investigation.
I think
I
it's
know
wisdom
that
based.
There's
I
no,
thought appraisals were
silk
intelligence.
sales by themselves
there's no roll
are
for it.
50 gold apiece.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This
Hold
is where
on,
all
I
the
might have a
knowledge
basic-
things.
I
The
might have a
one time we
basic.
need a knowledge roll.
Okay.
I would chalk that up to experience, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think you could do history or...
Well, either way, I'm
Ooh,
going
can
to
I
say
do
what
it?
I
Or-
said.
no,
I'll roll a
or-
I'll roll a deception if I have to think I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay, so with your history, you feel like this ship could go for about 10 grand.
Okay. So
I mean, that's not
I
including
bet-
what's on the ship, but the ship itself
I
costs
bet
about
they
10.
have an incredible boat basement.
If you have some sort of contract that has you on a tight schedule, then it must be one hell of a contract, because I can't imagine costing $750. We're halfway across. This is not exactly the thickest gap between land masses.
Listen, we have some people who are very specific with their demands of timeliness. So we will incur some costs, and a deal has already been reached. We shook on it. But if you don't want to be on him, then by all means, go back and become a shark. And go.
Finn's
But
going to like
established
kind
fines
of put
for
his,
whenever his people were late delivering things too. So it didn't.
What are you guys delivering? What's the cargo?
Well, I'm glad you ask. We have got... Let me see here. We've got all sorts of Old Bay spices and Cajun and jerk and all sorts of southern flavors. All the spices you could imagine. We have all sorts of spices. Barrels and barrels of spices.
Not too spicy. I have a very soft palate.
I'm actually like a really good cook. For the record, maybe I whip you guys something up.
We have crates full of fine clothing. We have jewelry, all sorts of jewelry. We have gosh, I wish I could see my own freaking notes, but I made them on the GM layer, so they're like half invisible. Oh god.
do
Hey,
you
honey,
have
you want a pretty
diamonds?
dress? Some
We have
pretty
star rose
jewelry?
quartz. We have a black pearl.
Of course you do.
she's completely blank.
We have all sorts of things. But there's also a very special item, a set of creative items that we have for a specific buyer. And unfortunately, that's not for sale. That's the reason why we have such a predicament we're in. Otherwise, we would be more accommodating.
Wait,
It's
what's the
human.
item that's not for sale?
That's human meat. That's human
It-
flesh.
No. The
Well,
sun-
don't be
if it's-
rude.
If it's not for sale, then you could totally tell us, right?
roll persuasion.
Totally trustworthy. We're not gonna hear about it and then bust in. You know.
Hey, we just swam onto your boat. You should tell us about
Yeah,
your secret cargo.
Kadash, don't be rude. They have a job. They don't have to tell us.
No.
Oh, honey.
Unfortunately, it's under confidentiality. I can't reveal that, I'm afraid. But
none of
our
our
Fair
other
enough.
wares, we would love to strike a deal with you. We'll give you a fair price.
I mean,
Who's the delivery for?
That is also
Don't-
confidential. We cannot say.
Oh.
listen, I
That's
do
fair.
like to cook, but I don't really have a place to like actually cook anymore is the problem.
We actually used to have our own ship. Long time ago, actually, but we had a couple sailing days. You know, some
Oh,
adventures
very
now
nice.
and then.
You can tell that as you're saying this, the people in the robes don't seem like as interested. They're like, okay. But the guards are. You can kind of notice they're like listening in. I'm like, ooh, what's the story? I want to know the story. They got a little bit of Armando in them. What's the story?
Magic stuff. Oh my god. Yeah. So.
Speaking
You say you-
of which, how did you come here? Why are you tried to teleport and you got lost?
Yeah, our guy messed up the teleport, I guess, and dropped us into the water.
You know how it is with coastal cities and teleporting. There's a chance that you wind up in the middle of the water. So we did.
Happens to the best of us, I'm afraid.
Yeah. But at least you don't have to worry about that with ships. Yeah, don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Really,
Well,
we were
okay
lucky
then.
you were here.
Yeah, no, luck has a way of working itself out, I suppose. Please, but by all means, why don't you join me in the captain's quarters and we'll grab some brandy, perhaps, and just wait this out until we have you to your destination safely.
Brandy sounds great with this weather. I'd say yes, that sounds great. Okay.
You wouldn't
Question.
have milk by chance, would you?
No.
Oh yes, of course we have milk.
Well,
I would love a glass of milk, to be honest. We've had quite a day.
I have 2 questions, my cat friend. The first one is, how long will it take us to get there, by the way? And the second one is, if you would like somebody to whip something up pretty great in the kitchen, I could do that.
he's pretty good, yes.
Oh really?
That's pretty
Yes, yeah.
Well, we may want to do that because Catsup over here is not very good at his job. Catsup he just looks over like with a gleaming, and there's this one guard / crew member who's like, oh.
Oh, it's fine. I can take on the sous chef. Come on, ketchup, whatever it was. Come on,
Catsup.
come on, ketchup. I'll teach you how to cook better things.
All right, so you go down to the boat basement. Let's see how much it will let me grab.
Mm.
Sorry, it's just gonna take a second. There's a lot of independent pieces here. I have to click on all of them, unfortunately.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Ooh, there we go. Okay, and then also, real quick, let's see if I can, on your way down to the boat basement. Oops. Okay.
Captain's quarters.
Yep. Yep. Alrighty. So yeah, you got captain's quarters here, which then leads down to the boat basement, and down there you'd see all this. Kadash, why are you transparent? What am I? Let me go back to the GM layer. I must
Because
have
I'm
some.
made of wind.
He's
Okay.
fine on our layers, if it helps.
Math check.
Yeah, no, it's because I have something else that need to be. So there's like a giant rug that you can tell is like where a lot of cat people will just kind of sleep all together. So most of the cargo seems to be in the back area. It seems like they have a light load on this particular trip.
Okay.
Alrighty, so you're cooking stuff up, and he'll give you a little sample of the spices. The Old Bay is his favorite.
I like that stuff too. Doggy.
Alrighty, so while that is going on, where's everybody else?
I'll accompany the captain for a nice drink in his quarters.
I need
Okay.
a drink, so I will also. Or
I
I'll
will also
even
join.
take the drink out and just walk back outside. Really.
When you go to the captain's quarters, and Kadashwa has seen this too on his way down, you see that there is a painting on the back wall behind the desk. It looks like this.
Oh shit. We need to go. We need to fucking go.
Oh, wow.
Let's get an insight real quick.
Do
Two of them are.
Do we recognize that boat?
No, that's just a generic
It's
boat.
the Virgin Nightmate.
Right. This was
It
painted.
sure
I
looks
know
like
that boat anywhere.
it looks like the Virgin Night made, but there's nothing says anything about it. So boat doesn't have a name. Okay, so they didn't seem to notice how. Actually, no, they noticed that you are kind of like taken aback by that painting. They say, "Oh, pay it no mind. It's not a sign of what's to come. It's just it's our way of showing respects to the devourer. You know, you don't want to go across the seas and tempt fate. You got to pay your respects to those who are in charge of the waters. as any sea-fearing folk would.
Have I, before this, have I ever heard mention of the Devourer?
I think Lady E has mentioned a Devourer
Oh, fuck.
on a certain book.
Okay, I got up
great.
for like a minute.
That's right.
Yeah.
What did I just come back to?
It's just a painting.
It's a painting of one of the Dark Six.
Cool.
Great, I'm dead.
I don't believe I'm familiar with the Devourer. Is this a sea tale, a shanty sailors would share with each other?
Oh, it's a god of one of the gods of the seas. If you don't pay his respects, he could devour you. He could gobble you up. He could send a storm your way. There's all sorts of ways you can devour a vessel.
Mm.
So it's, everybody's got their own gods, their own lore, but from where we come from, we fear the devourer. So we pay our respects. We'll pour out a glass for good old devourer and just say, let us be on our way. Don't mess with us. We give you respect.
I can respect that. As a man of faith. Even though your god is a...
Oh, he's not our god. We mean no disrespect. We respect him. We don't worship him. There's a difference. But we pay respect.
Yes.
He's very powerful.
Yes, gods get respect.
Knock on wood.
Yes.
How many have you lost to the Devourer?
Oh, we've not lost any, but there's others that have over in the ways of Corin usually.
Friend of a friend.
Oh yeah.
So actually, we're meeting up with a friend of ours in South Bay. I don't believe, unless Finn, you have. We've never been there. But can you tell us about where we're going? What's the town? What's the city like?
Richard?
Yeah, Finn's never been there either.
No.
So
Not with my travels as a youngin.
no, you've never been there before.
Okay.
Dash
So,
probably
sorry,
has,
were you
but he's
asking
not
any
in
of
the
the-
room?
Were you asking any of the cat people that at all, or?
Yes, I was asking the cat people.
Okay. Oh, it's a fine place. Lovely, beautiful architecture. Very peaceful people there for the most part. They certainly have to protect themselves from time to time, but they never really were affected by that whole Slod invasion that happened. They did get quite a few immigrants from that, but they're fine people that live simple lives. They're good traders, good taste in clothing and food.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Is it quite warm there? I take it.
Oh yes, quite nice. If you're ever looking for just some time to spend on a beach, South Bay is the place to be.
Oh, that sounds. We haven't had a beach day in 20-some years. That would be quite nice.
Oh wow, that is quite some time.
It feels like it's been longer somehow. Somehow. It feels like
It feels like it's been months and days at the same time.
True. Kind of.
Well, we really appreciate you letting us stay here. Sorry, how long did you say it would take for us to get there?
Oh, we should just be there in a couple more hours.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Oh,
You'll be on your safe way, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, I'll do the same.
All
I
right.
will not.
Seems like an appropriate thing to do.
I like that.
Lena, you're
Andrew,
feeling it, but Finn, you're really feeling it. They're like, get this fucking paladin off our ship. Yeah. Good
So-
to just have you on our way.
This
they're
milk is
trying-
great. I gotta say.
Oh yeah,
You-
it's the best.
You Tabaxi know how to have good milk. I gotta say. I didn't mean that in an offensive way, of course. I'm just saying, in my experience.
None,
You guys-
none taken. None taken.
Better pace yourself, Duel.
So it seems like they're trying to get where we're paying them to go as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. I've just got two things I want to do. I'll first ask about their wares as far as gemstones. You mentioned some goods you had that you'd like us to take a peek at.
Oh, yes.
Any gemstones or diamonds of any sort?
So if you'll see, going back to here, there are two statues on either side of this captain's quarters area. On the left side here, you have a statue of an angel, and on the right side, you have a statue of a demon. Or a devil, actually. Let's say a devil. And so he goes over and fondles the angel, so to speak, and then out pops a little compartment. And in that compartment is all sorts of jewels. Say, come here, have a look.
Yes.
And so, yeah, there are various pieces of jewelry. I won't say what they are. Some of them are necklaces, some of them are rings. Various things. But there are 5 star rose quartz. There's a black pearl. There's a violet garnet. And there's an alexandrite.
So
Are
no
there
diamonds, huh?
No diamonds.
No diamonds.
That's a shame. We're looking for some diamonds.
Oh, we had one on our last shipment. I wish we could give them to you.
He doesn't have the way.
But I'll tell you, there's a jeweler in South Bay that has diamonds because we just gave it to him.
Wonderful.
That's fortunate.
I'm embarrassed to ask, but you wouldn't happen to have anything quite like this, would you? And I'm going to show off the Ring of Evasion.
Oh, no, we've got nothing of that sort. I'm afraid.
No enchanted jewelry or anything like that.
No enchanted jewelry. Just it's very, very nice, very expensive.
Oh, beautiful, gorgeous, well cut.
But no magical jewelry, unfortunately. Maybe we'll cross paths again, and maybe there will be some.
What was the name of this gentleman in South Bay that you dealt with? And the location of his shop, perhaps, from the dock?
Let me pull up Don John Random Magic Generator. And they actually usually have a description of the shop owner.
Sweet.
So let me see.
No, the fourth wall! The veil I'm seeing behind it! My immersion!
Let's see.
You can just tell me I know where it is and who it is.
The shopkeeper is a short male elf named Connie. He is particularly interested in potions and alchemy of healing, but he's also known to very much care for the diamonds.
Oh.
Connie, you said?
Connie.
The elf? High elf?
I believe they're high elves, yes. Possibly of a little bit of Eladrin descent.
Interesting.
But he's short. He is short. I will mention that too. He's like shorter than all the other elves. Not like a gnome or anything, but a short elf, so you won't miss him.
I will keep an eye out. Thank you for that.
And I will take a little screenshot of that so I don't forget.
Cool. After that, I'm gonna head on up to the main deck and start playing some music casually and head over to these more higher up types that were super uncomfortable with duel and just start making small talk, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys don't look like sailors. What are you doing out this way?
Oh, we're merchants. That's what we do. That's what our living is.
Ah, so you're paying the folks running this boat, I see.
Oh yeah, they're a great crew. You know, we weren't born into this life, you know. We were born in the trading, but then we wanted to hit the high seas and travel the far regions, you know, gather up the lore of the world.
Life is an adventure, I see.
It sure is.
It's wonderful. I hope you don't get too uncomfortable. I noticed you got a little nervous when our friend Duel got on board. Is everything okay with that?
Oh, everything's fine. Do you ever know, like, the experience of when you're walking through, like a really big city, right? And then the guards just kind of come up to you for, like, no reason. Like, even if they're not coming up to you, even if they're just in the area, you kind of get tense, you know?
I suppose so. Is there a reason you should feel tense around simply a paladin? A very friendly, gnomish paladin?
Well, I mean, truth be told, we don't exactly know you guys too well, and we don't want any trouble. That's all. We
That's
just want to
fair.
we want to be on our way. You want to be on your way. I think we can leave it at that.
Jesus, 2 in a row.
Yeah, there's something that they're definitely hiding. They're like, they're not being fully truthful. I would have rolled against it, but you critted, so.
With that crit, can I get some sort of guideline on that? Some sort of indication on what the deal is there?
It seems like I mean, I've already told you that they just really want to get you off their ship.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there is some cause for reason why a paladin could create trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want any of that.
Gotcha.
It seems like there's something under the radar, and they just don't want a paladin doing anything to mess that up.
Could I take another low-key observation, investigation to see if there are any clues that would lead me to believe they're some, I don't know, part of some cult or organization that would be weirded out by that?
Yeah, you give him a second pass over, and you feel pretty confident that there's nothing on him that describes any kind of cult or anything.
Okay.
Other than that big painting was kind of weird, but...
Yeah. Well, I'll just say, alright, well, just know that Duel's a good guy. You don't need to worry about him.
Of course. Of course.
You know, unless you do anything to crush Hyronius, then you're pretty much fucked.
Well, we'll make sure not to do that. And so, also, with that brilliant insight yet again, you have, like, peripheral insight. And so, you can tell that, again, these noble people are, like, they're just kind of trying to get you to, like, get through the conversation, but they don't seem genuinely interested in your story. Whereas the guards, you can see them, they're doing it again. They're like kind of earing over, like, what's going on? What's this all about? They seem genuinely curious, whereas these noble folk don't seem to be all that curious.
Sweet. Well, I guess I'll, say my goodbyes. Like, it was great talking to you guys. Thank you for thank you for talking to me. It's always nice meeting new people.
Thank you. Yes, we'll only be about an hour more. So
excellent.
In fact, if you went up to the crow's nest, you might even be able to see from there.
Oh, probably could. Bring, ding, bring, ding, ding.
You just fly up there?
No. I walk over to the guards that are eager to hear. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna talk to them and say, "Hey, I noticed you guys are real interested in our stories. Not like these,
yes, please.
Not like
dude,
these stuffy people, huh?
Where do you hail from? What adventures have you been on?
Oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
It seems like I've heard stories of these crews that, well, normally together you'd wonder, like, who are these people? It's not just paladins, it's not just bards. You have like adventurers, like genuine adventurers.
I'm just gonna crack a big old smile, and I'm gonna give them a once over and assume that the gear they're carrying is kind of mundane.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably like low-level characters there.
Yep, they've got let's see. They've just got basic leather armor. They've got like what do you call them? They've got daggers and rapiers and stuff. They just seem like your general swashbuckling hired crew. Nothing special about them really, other than that they're tabaxi.
Well, I'm gonna beam a big old smile and say, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. We killed stuff that drive you wild.
Alright. Well, for however much story you tell, we're gonna cut over to Kadash and his cooking real quick.
Sounds perfect. Okay.
Alright, so Kadash, what are you cooking up?
Well, what do I have to work with? What's in this kitchen?
I'll tell you.
What are ketchup and I throwing together?
Well, a merchant's life, besides these spices, it ain't that good. It's like basic rations.
Okay.
You got like spam and
okay.
other just kind of stuff.
And we're gonna make rations surprise.
Okay.
It's just gonna be rations with a bunch of tasty spices that Dash has probably never used before.
Okay.
But let's roll it. We said that it was performance to see what it looked like and survival to see what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's what it looks like. Oh, roll. All right. Looks pretty great.
Looks pretty good. Smells pretty good.
And tastes pretty good.
Yeah. You do a little taste test and give it a look and a smell, and you're like, yeah, this is served.
You know, listen, I'm not saying I'm like the best genie chef ever, but I literally never used these spices before right now, and I made this dish, and it's very good. You should try this ketchup. Come here.
Ooh, this is way better. Oh, you gotta tell me how you made that, 'cause
I literally took your rations and threw these spices in there. Did you really never think of doing that before?
I never wanted to touch the product before.
Oh.
Now I do.
Well, now you know.
Now I know why they pay so much for this. Wow.
You
Yeah,
got
this
him
sounds
addicted
pretty
to
good.
spices.
You want to take this up for everybody else then? I mean, cooking is made to be shared. You want to...
Okay, yeah. And he'll go and grab and start like giving bowls out to people.
Okay. While he's doing that, I want to lift one of these cans of spice.
All right. Well, I mean, there's barrels full of them in the back.
Okay.
And he just...
Is there like a little like modern day shaker size anywhere?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. I want to pocket one of those.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You do that. I figured with your reliable skill, you're fine.
It's a minimum like 20 something with.
Yeah, as he's bringing the bowls up, no one's really looking. You're just like.
It's a minimum 24 with reliable talent. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you do that.
Cool.
And as you go up and start eating, one of the people is going to go over to you. One of the cat people is going to go up to you and say, "So, as a matter of payment, your friends didn't seem too thrilled about our arrangement. Are you sure that payment's going to be made?
I mean, we have
people of your word.
I mean, yeah, we have the gold. I mean, I guess like we'll pay you when we get there. That seems to be, you know, the best course of action.
All right, just make sure that you
turn around again.
Just make sure you're not wasting our time, okay? We really do have fines that will be owed.
Hey, I totally believe you. I'm just not the one who carries around the money. That's all.
Alrighty. Okay. So, anything else going on before you reach the shore or the dock, other than just eating?
I'd like to speak to Lady Eladrin.
Okay.
She's up on the upper deck, just sort of like staring out into the sea.
Miss Eladrin, would you care to speak?
I can speak to you just fine.
Now, see, I use that word very deliberately. Would you like to talk?
What's the problem with this?
Well, besides the creepiness factor, there are no other points. It's mostly the creepiness factor. Did something happen while you were in limbo? Why are you only speaking this way? And also your eyes are like the darkness of the void in the abyss had a baby, and that baby is your eyes now.
Have you ever felt truly nothing?
I don't think I can say I have.
Well, it's very liberating.
You don't seem liberated. You seem like you're staring off into the middle distance.
Is that a problem?
I don't know, is it? I'm asking you.
I feel fine.
Okay, so just a rundown of what's happened. We went to a demi-plane with a god of chaos. We fought a giant monster. We came back. Your eyes are black. You only speak in telepathic communication, and you don't feel anything. So I'm not a doctor. Medicine's not really my thing, but something seemed wrong.
Let me ask you a question. When my eyes changed, and I felt things, you felt them too, right?
Feeling things? Yeah, I feel things.
No, not like that. Like when you were in battle. If I got angry, you would feel this bloodlust, right?
The orders tell us to control such things, such base emotions, but yeah, it might have slipped a time or two.
So, how would you live your entire life knowing that? If you had an emotion, everyone around you would share.
I don't know, that seems very controlling.
So it's better like this, isn't it? You don't feel anything, right? At least not for me.
Do you want to feel nothing? You want to feel something sometimes.
No, this is better.
Okay, well, I'd like to try something, if you'd be willing. I just want to know, if I may, I picked up a new ability, something it's a bit of a cleanse. If you'd like, just to see how it is.
If you feel it's necessary, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit necessary. Okay, I'm going to use my 14th level ability. Ooh. And so long as Lady Eladrin is willing, I will use Cleansing Touch. If there's a spell on you, it is ended. If there's an active spell, a curse, a condition, some kind of active effect on you that you don't wish to have, or otherwise, it is banished.
As far as you can tell, she is doing that. She stays exactly the same.
Okay. How do you feel? You feel any different?
I feel the same.
Which is nothing, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure it's you, and not someone else or anyone else.
I am myself.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go get some seconds. Kadash's things are really great. And as Duel starts to walk away, he's gonna like double over and like kind of like look at her over his shoulder, like.
Alrighty. We haven't heard from Lena in a while. What's Lena been doing all the time?
How much booze is he supplying us with?
Are you drinking a lot?
Okay, so she doesn't typically drink anyway, so a lot to her, to a lightweight, probably isn't much. I would say probably like at least 2 glasses.
Let's say he gives you enough to get wherever you need to go.
Someone's getting white girl wasted.
Like, we're at the point where she can't feel her forehead and everything's just really great. That's
great. We have 2 women who can't feel anything. Great.
This is a really progressive group, guys.
This is really good.
So, like, after the meal, she's just kind of took to, like, sitting on the deck, like, just nursing the drink that she had.
One thing about you know, you have, what is it, like pureness of body or something?
Oh, shit, I do. 1 second, let me look.
It's really hard for you to get drunk now, even tipsy. You roll
Purity
your
of body. I'm immune to disease and poisons.
I
Yeah.
think that counts as alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You drink and I mean, I guess I would still allow that you can choose to fail because it's like an ability that I feel like you can like get as you're channeling your ki. And so if you're not doing that, then
we've done that kind of with Dash before, where like he can choose to like kind of
but with Dash
the energy of it.
With Dash, it's a physical thing, so I'd like to think that Dash has to pretend, whereas Lena, I think she actually could just like let her ki go and then
But you
just
can
be like,
sober
fuck it,
up real fast.
We're letting it go a little bit.
But
rosy
I would
cheeks.
say if you are
Little mellow.
choosing to get drunk, it means that for right now, during that time that you're tipsy, you don't have your pureness of body until you're able to get that out of your system.
Sick. Okay. All right.
It's an effect of your drinking. So.
All right.
So are you doing that? Are you getting to that point?
Just like enough to be like rosy cheeked and feeling so much better about being inside of a giant creature today. 'Cause that's happened a lot. That's happened a few times, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
As they can tell that you're getting pretty hammered on the sauce, one of the noble-looking people is going to ask you, it seems like you have been through much today, yes?
It's been a long day. It's been such a long day. This is good, by the way. This is really good.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I want to give you something. Now, normally this fine silk garment here would cost 75, but for you, my friend, for you, I will sell it to you for a mere 50 gold. It's a great silk garment. I want to give you this gift of a deal.
I can't feel my lips.
What do you think? And it looks like a very lovely silk, like white and gold.
I reach out and I like touch
Maybe
it.
it's
It feels
blue
like
and black.
silk.
It's either white and gold or blue and black. It's one of those two.
Oh shit! What?
And
Oh my god! I need this.
for you, my friend, 50 gold.
That's all?
That's all.
Oh my god! What color it? Like, 1 second. It
The
looks
way the
white
light
and
hits
then
it really makes a difference, doesn't it? It's
I pass
nearly
over-
magical.
I
Nearly
pass over
magical.
the money.
What's this embroidering say, Lonnie? Yanni, whoa.
Yanni, what? Yeah, I'll pass him the gold.
Oh God.
Alrighty.
You said 50?
50. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, poor Lena.
All right. You now have a very nice silk garment.
Just like, wait, is it like big or is it wearable? Like, is it?
Oh yeah, no, it's totally wearable. It's like a it's like a dress thing that I'd say it's more like what they were wearing than like an actual dress.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'd take you back to.
So kind of like a sarong-y sort of, or not sarong, but more of a. Okay.
It feels
Yeah.
wrong, but it looks so
It would be like a complete. It would be like a complete outfit
What?
of various things that would. Yeah, it's basically like a top, a like dressy bottom thing, and like a little whatever that is. That kind of.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, like
Awesome.
she'll drape like a part of it just like over her shoulders and neck, and then just. Thank you. This was a very good deal.
If you want to rest, there are plenty of places to sleep downstairs. We will be there shortly. We are mere minutes away now.
I shouldn't sleep then. I really shouldn't.
All right.
Sleep
Well,
then.
we will be
Thank
there
you.
soon. Please
Thank
take care.
you.
Please take care.
I will. You take care. This is.
Alrighty. So, anything else before you get off the ship?
Everything's swaying, guys.
All right.
Well, we are on water.
You are on water. That's true.
Caps lock.
All right. So eventually, you dock over at South Bay. Yay!
All right.
We made it.
Oh my god, we didn't die.
Hooray!
Richard, I feel like this is totally a town that Dash would be familiar with at some point, right? Because we're down.
I don't know if you ever made it to this part. I don't remember that ever being part of his history.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I looked through. I don't think any of you have ever been here before.
I love the look of this, though.
It looks very beautiful.
This is like somewhere I want to live.
Josh, do you look like a genie right now as you're getting off this boat?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to get the attention of some guards. And these elven guards are going to run up.
Perfect.
They're going to run up, swords drawn, with shields, and they're just like, hey, stop right now! Everybody down!
Why are they yelling?
I'll like.
Genie!
Wait, what?
Your people ran a rebellion. It's all right. It's all right. Everything's fine. He's with us.
Yeah, I'm their prisoner.
Put the genie back in the lamp! Put the genie back in the lamp!
He
I
doesn't
don't
have
have
lamp.
one of
It's okay.
those.
It's okay.
He's really nice.
Fine.
I promise. He's so nice. Look at him.
Who's-
He's just.
Identify
so
yourself.
nice.
Who are
Who's
you?
in charge here? Who's the captain? Sorry. Please tell me you guys have a captain.
There is no captain. We're an autonomous collective.
Oh my god! I'm going back in the water.
We'll say guy in the front here. He'll step up and say, "I'm the captain."
Yes. Hello. My name is Dual Brightstone. My friends here. We are the Knights of Tiberius. We're
What are you talking about, Knights of Tiberius? Tiberius hasn't existed for 2 decades.
Well, yes. We are.
Are you guys some kind of rebel group or something?
no, we're very much not rebels. We're listen, we're not from around here, but I can vouch as a paladin, as a knight of the order. This here genie is a good person.
He's so good. He's so good.
They look at you all and they say, "Hold on while we discuss with the captain or leader of this ship." And so they all kind of like gather around. You know when police are all just kind of like standing there, just like waiting for it to get figured out. They think, yeah, it's probably all right, but we gotta do our job, you know.
Yeah.
So some of them are kind of doing that, and they're just kind of like kicking their boots and stuff. And then one guy's going to go up to the ship, and he's going to be like, "Do you vouch for these people? What's going on here? Why'd you turn back? Blah, blah, blah." And eventually they work it out, and they're like, "All right, you guys can go." But Genie, all of you, that Genie is your responsibility. If anything happens, we're going to round you all up.
We know we're his responsibility. So.
Also, you're going to scare the townsfolk. Is there anything you can do to not look like a genie? Do us a favor, because they're just going to keep on calling us.
Could I
sure,
say, I
we can
know
do
you
this.
don't like wearing
And-
the hat, but
I'm going to cast minor illusion and do like a sheet in front of all of us, and it's like a cartoony
oh,
version of us where we're all genies, and we're all kind of like.
Do you really want to do that right now? Because they're going to raise their swords.
After like 3 seconds of it, it'll like click back off, and Finn's just
It's
kind
like,
of.
all right, you had your fun. Now
I did.
deal with
Yeah,
this
look.
stuff and get on out of here.
All right, we'll be fine. We'll
Pretty
be fine.
lady, just give me the hat.
here you go. And she'll actually remove the turban and put the hat on. And just
Thank
"Oh,
you."
You look so nice. You're welcome.
Yep. I'm gonna make myself look just like Armando. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, if I ever need to, I'll just give you his tokens.
Okay.
Andrew, I totally forget what your mom's last name is. I'm sure she has one. Just don't remember what it is.
Talked about it. I don't know if she does.
First name Mama, last name Finn.
No,
That's
that's
it.
not what it is.
I thought Mama was
Where
the
do I
last
begin?
name. I thought it was Finn Mama.
Finn Mama.
Mama, mo mama.
Okay, that is straight rum. Whew, I forgot to mix it. So,
That makes
this picture is a little misleading. At this point, it's pretty heavy into sunset, and so it's actually going to look more like this.
Ooh. Good transition.
And
What is this from? Like, this is a very complete.
Yeah,
like,
it's
thing
from
here?
some video game. I
Okay.
think it's like Final Fantasy 14 or something.
No, it's not. This looks like Myst or something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I really dig it though. I would live here.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So anyway, yeah. So on that scroll thing, there was an address that I assume somebody copied down at some point. So you're able to know where you need to go.
Well, I guess lead the way, Finn.
Okay, I'm going to look at the letter. It says that I've left my instructions on the following scroll, which should bring you to my dwelling in South Bay.
Well, it should have, but you missed it by 9%.
Yeah. So, are there any? Is there anything to? Fuck it. I'll just send her sending. Yeah, I'm going to use sending and say, "Hey, we're here, kinda. Landed in the water. How do we find you?"
She'll just say, "I'll be right over. Remember not to use sending."
One job.
I just did.
Alrighty. So she will come out and meet you, and she got a little friend with her.
Aw, got a black screen.
Oh, I see
Yeah,
it's
it's all
black.
black.
Oh, really? I must have copied a thing that had, like, oh yeah, I got
Lighting.
dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
That's what you get for copying a page and reusing stuff. Okay. So can you see now?
Yes.
Yeah, she's hanging out with Bowie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very Bowie-esque.
He's a very kind of flowy bard-looking guy, but he kind of freezes up. People can roll insight if they want.
I will. I'm gonna roll right up to my mom and give her a big old hug.
Yo, yeah, she's gonna do the same. She's not seen you so long. She's gonna run up and hug you too. Finn seems to notice something. I'd say that Kadash notices. Lady E, ironically, doesn't notice. Probably because she's so void right now. She's like, whatever. Well, she doesn't see this, but other people do. That the bard-looking guy, he like kind of drops this whole persona for a second, as if like that was just kind of like an act, and he just kind of drops, and he looks at Lady E, and he just gets kind of a little tense and emotional, and he kind of like covers up his mouth a little bit, and he slowly walks closer towards her. So Finn, what are you saying with your mama?
I'm just gonna give her a big old hug and say, "I missed you. I'm so glad to see you're okay." I'm sorry. Introduce me to your man friend. I'm very rude. I apologize. Are you okay? You're okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad that you're good. And
Yeah.
when you mention introducing him, she's going to look over and kind of give like a, and he is just going to nearly break down into tears.
Does she know who this person is?
She will in a second. When he removes an illusion. And he just starts breaking down in tears.
Oh,
Looking at Lady E.
We know who that is, right?
You've met him before.
He was on the original council?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's dead.
So,
Oh.
God, in the ultimate heartbreak, she just sort of stares at him blankly.
Hello, Father.
He's gonna go over to. Oh, sorry, you did say something.
Hello, Father.
Eladrin, I'm so sorry. I couldn't reach out to you until now. Are you okay? What's wrong?
I'm fine.
He's gonna like go over and he's gonna attempt to put his hand on your shoulder. Will you let him?
Yeah, she just stands there.
He looks into the void of your eyes and he says, Eladrin, wait. What's wrong with you?
She's been doing that.
What's happened? What happened to her?
She couldn't even be drawn out of that by the talk of pretty dresses.
Yeah, she's been stuck like that. It's kind of unnerving.
Well, let's not say stuck. It seems like she is doing it on purpose, so...
Still unnerving.
Yes.
She's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've been gone too long. I should have just not listened to the diviners. I should have just reached out to you sooner. I'm so sorry. You just kind of like break down a bit more. I failed you. And Finn's mom was just gonna say, we should all go inside.
Yeah.
There's someone you should meet.
Someone else?
Yes.
How old are they?
How old are they?
I don't know if it's a boy or girl.
Well, Melvin years around 10 or so would look different to someone else. And she comes in, and there's a little toddler, which in my improv forgot that I guess they just left at the house. Resourceful little elves, I guess. You go over and just kind of like wrestling around on a little couch or whatever. A little guy.
Aw.
I'm still waiting to see.
Scroll down.
Oh. Huh.
Precious. How
Do
long
I
did it take
see
you
a
to find a little baby elf picture? Because
I don't know. I did this months ago.
Do I see a resemblance?
Pretend that you do. It's not.
Does Finn have a little brother now?
Does Lady E and I have a little brother now? Is
Finn?
a more appropriate question?
Finn, this is Paris. Paeris. Paris.
Okay. So you two made him.
Yeah.
I'm going to like lock eyes with Lady E for like a solid 10 seconds.
You get nothing from her.
Really? Nothing for this? Nothing. Really? This is a little crazy, right?
You guys
They
are
made a
related.
Miss Parrish, I gotta say, I had no idea. Congratulations. Had I known, I would have brought a baby shower gift or something like that. There's got to be some shops around here. It's what would be a good spot? We maybe how can we help for the baby? I mean, this is so nice.
Pay no mind for the little one, Duel. There's I guess there's a lot to go over, and it's not for me to say. It's for the angels to say. They should be here soon. But I think you'll have your plenty of other things to worry about.
If I didn't say it already, Dash took off the hat now that we're inside.
All right.
So the angels did come talk to you then?
They did, yes.
What did they say?
Well, they said that they should do most of the talking, but they wanted all of you here, and it looks like all of you made it safely. You did destroy the orb, didn't you?
Well, we tried.
It wouldn't break, so we just left it.
Wait, why didn't we
it's in the
throw it
bag
into
of
the
holding.
ocean, guys?
It is in the ocean.
Because talk of the devourer,
We
it
couldn't
just didn't seem right. It just didn't seem good.
As far as gameplay goes, y'all just forgot about it after a while. No one said anything after you covered it with a...
We tried to break it, and then we teleported away.
Okay, well, we'll say that the others dealt with it then.
Okay. I'm gonna hang out with my little brother, I guess.
All right, so you want to kind of like tap him awake a little bit?
I wouldn't do that. It's not like some, I don't know, cage that I'm trying
Well,
to...
all right, so I'll say this. Roll a perception on, or no, insight. Roll an insight on him.
All right.
Yeah, this dude is totally awake. He's just freaking faking it.
I'm gonna kind of like.
You can like see him grinning a little bit when you talk about going. And he's like just still pretending he's got eyes closed. He's like, I'm sleeping.
I'm gonna like start tickling his armpits and go. Someone's a little faker. A little faker. You don't see me at all.
All right. While you're doing that, does anybody else do anything?
I'll sit down with the councilman.
Yeah, he was gonna go over to one of you guys and say, "What is going on with Eladrin?"
Kind of hoping you could tell us.
I might have seen her mother like that once a long time ago. It was brief, though. I've never seen something like it since.
As far as I can tell, it's of her own free will. She's not possessed or charmed.
I mean, clearly she's like struggling.
I don't know. It's I don't really understand the mystics.
I heard that you just faced down a god, and
We did.
I wish I could have been there for her. That's all.
She held her own really well.
You said
Yeah?
you saw her mom like this once?
I mean,
What was the occasion?
I'm not sure. She was kind of distant from me for a little while, and she came back from a trip and was like that for a couple days, and then she was back to herself after that.
If it makes you feel any better, I performed a cleansing touch on her.
I appreciate that.
It's nothing foreign or invasive. It seems it's of her own free will. It was a very intense battle. I think all of us were affected in some way or another. It took a lot. So we're kind of all recovering in our own ways.
Hopefully, I mean, it's been so short since this happened, so hopefully she'll snap out of it soon. I have so much I wish to talk with her, but now it doesn't seem like the right time for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
Anybody else doing anything until our angels arrive? I mean, you don't know when they're going to arrive, but you know it's going to be soon. So anybody doing anything right now?
Lady
Yeah.
E might actually explore whatever house they have.
Okay. They have a relatively small cottage. It's fairly modest. Not a whole lot of identifying things are in the house. They don't have any like portraits and other stuff. Seems like a sort of design where if they had to go on the run, lickety split, they could do it. Anything else?
At some point, pretty soon after tickling and playing with my little brother, I'm going to start just playing kind of a lullaby deal and using dancing lights to put on a little light show for little Paris until he passes out.
Okay.
So is it Parish, or is that...
No, that's his dad's name.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Is Eladrin her first name? What's your surname?
Corella.
Yeah, Corella. Yeah, I guess it'd be
Deville?
Paris Corella.
Corella.
Yeah, Corella.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't be announcing that. They'd probably fake name of sorts, but underneath that, that's his name.
Actually, where are we now? She said inside. Are we like...
Yeah, you're in a little one of these one of the huts. Not hut. It's better than a hut. It's just it's a small
Like a beach house?
Style.
small beach house sort of thing, yeah.
Okay, so it's not like extravagant, but it's not like hovel either.
No, yeah, it's basically a rich person's summer home, but they're living in the summer home.
So Miss Parrish or Corella?
You can just call me, was it Evelyn? Or Analia?
Analia. Yeah.
Analia, yeah, Analia.
When did you get in contact with the angels?
That was actually very recently, and as you say that, somebody is going to say from the other side, "Speak of the angels and they will appear." And with that, they're going to knock on the door.
Oh, they're not. They're saying that from the other side of the door.
Yep.
Here, we're back.
Speak of the angels and no prayer.
And so yeah, there's just gonna go boom, 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 boom.
Shh. He's sleeping.
Somebody get the door.
Somebody gets the door, probably Finn's mother. And when she opens the door, you all see.
Is it my boys
black
Beta
screen.
and Gamma?
You all see black.
Darkness.
Oh damn! Well,
It's
even more
Gotham.
suspense. Even more suspense.
Bathroom.
Hey, Dr. Staff.
Who are these mystery people?
It's all
Behind
6 of the
door
Dark
number
6.
1.
It's fucking the 2 DMX twins. No. Oh.
Whoa.
What?
Oh,
my
who's
God!
this fool?
What?
Okay.
Is this person on the left who I
What?
think it is?
Is that Future Duel?
It sure looks like it.
Oh my God!
Table.
My eye patch. Where's my eye patch? It's happening.
So I just want to take a quick break from
No.
DMing to say that this is Silky's new wonderful art. Silky, if you are
Yay.
watching
Love you, Silky.
live, then thank you so much. If you're
beautiful.
watching this later, still, thank you so much.
That is the most badass duel I've ever seen,
Dude.
and that's
Oh my
This
God!
is so
Yeah.
good.
now.
Wait, how
No.
tall is he? Is he what? Like
17 inches.
Actual
It should,
size.
should be roughly to scale with the other two.
I noticed
Okay.
these two are quite blue, though.
They
I'm-
sure are.
I'm
they
getting
sure
about
are.
17.
Or are they white? Who really knows?
What? You two are very blue, and not the angels we expected to see.
So Devaxi said that there was a lot of immigrants that came through here, and there's been an insurgence of Genasi kids.
I guess those are pretty cool big swords, too.
They're not 20 feet tall. Measuring doesn't work.
Are
Not
you
with
sure?
that attitude.
Please come in, 20 feet tall people.
Yeah, the guy in the center is about Kadasha's height, and the woman on the right is about Lena's height, and
Okay.
the guy on the left is about Duel's height.
Huh.
Can I approach the one on the left?
You sure can, and he's gonna give a grin to you and say, "I bet you weren't expecting to see me, huh?"
Yeah, but you and the
You should sit down.
And suddenly, Duel sets everything on fire. Wait. Does Duel? Please tell me Duel actually passes out.
he 100% faints.
Okay.
All right.
Kadash
God.
like shrinks down to try to catch him a little bit, and like so he doesn't
Just
just
gets
crash to the
crushed
floor.
down into it.
Yeah.
The
Duel is fainted for the time being.
all right.
Help me
The
get to the
the
couch.
girl on the right just starts laughing hysterically, and the guy in the center kind of nudges her, like, "Hey, serious stuff here. Go on."
You okay? I'm very confused here because you two are blue like me, and that one looks like Duel except old. And you're not the angels we expected, and I feel like there are lots of answers that need to be answered.
Old Duel is gonna say there's much to be revealed, but there's some things that should not. So we're not gonna get into who they are just yet. But yes, there's quite a lot.
Okay.
Are you Duel? Are you a Duel?
I am the
Please
Duel.
don't. Oh, there's. Oh no. The Duel. Ryan looks so happy. But
Do I see a resemblance between the two blue kids and
Yes,
Kadash
you
and Lena?
Roll for perception.
so you came and you took this. You took the staff.
Well, you scored above a 2, so yeah, it looks like there's a.
Oh, you faded out there.
I'm gonna say you rolled above a 2, so yeah, you can see there's a resemblance.
Between
Um,
they look like
Old Duel.
Dashalina?
He is going to look at everyone who's just. I think a lot of people are just kind of stunned at what they're looking at. He's gonna say, "Everyone, sit." Let's go over here. And he goes over to a little sitting area that you have.
Kadash is gonna drag fainted Duel.
So it's the 5 of you. So it's 5 PCs and 5 NPCs because you have the 3 of them, and then you have Finn's mom and Lady E's dad.
Right.
So the 10 of you are all basically going to sit.
Oh, and the kid. But I guess he's asleep.
And the little kid, but he's not fully aware of what's going on.
Shh, quiet, he's sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping. So the 10 of you sit around in a kind of living room-like situation. Some people might have to sit on the floor. There's not quite enough seats.
That's what I understand.
Wait, hold on. If you're, I guess you'll get to this, but like, if you're our Duel, why do you have wings?
And why the fuck did you take the staff when that's... Why the fuck did you take the staff?
Language.
Also, who are you guys that we don't even have your names yet?
Hold on one second. Duel, do you have anything for curing poisons and stuff besides the cleansing? All right, with the cleansing touch, does that work? He's gonna try to heal her drunkenness.
Lay on him.
Oh, right, Lena's still drunk.
Yeah, you can use lay on hands to sober people up.
Use 5 points.
Yeah.
He's going to put his hand over on Lena. And he says, "There's some things I can talk about, some things I can't talk about.
Like
why I took the staff, I promise you it's for the good of what we're about to do, but there are reasons why I can't go into that now.
Okay. But
You have to trust me.
For the greater good?
Not for a greater good, no.
Girlfriend.
What are we about to do then?
Guys, I just had the craziest dream. There was 2 blue guys that looked like me, and then there was...
Kadash reaches over and covers up Duel's eyes.
Hey. I can't see.
Yeah, listen, dude. Little one, it wasn't a dream. I'm gonna pull my hand away, but like, try not to faint because we should probably have you for this important conversation.
I'm fine. Just blood ran to my head, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna pull my hand away now.
Okay, as I was saying, I had this crazy dream that...
It's okay, everybody.
Don't faint this time, buddy.
This thing's kind of expected to happen when someone runs into their self. So, congratulations to all of you on hard-fought and well-deserved victory against the Traveler. Unfortunately, well, the long and short of it is you're not done yet.
I know it!
Well, yeah, we gotta go back to our time.
Dragons.
Well, you shouldn't do that quite yet. There's some things undone that I wish I had known about when it happened, which is why I'm here. Because I want to see a world where we finish the job. And when we finish the job, I mean we do it timely before too many bad things happen.
What job?
Well, Lady E, I know you have a book. And in this book, there's a mention of a Dark Six.
There is.
Well, that book's not completely correct, but it's pretty dang close. And he's going to pull out a world map and put it on like a coffee table in the center or something.
I would have just imagined that it's just a rug.
As old man Duel is talking, normal Duel is gonna just try and...
Why am I picturing him like stretched across the floor, like trying to touch his boot or something?
Stop that.
If I touch you, will we explode? What?
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay, I just don't know. I just don't know the rules.
You should do it and find out.
If he was going to explode, why would you try to touch him?
I don't know. I just want to know.
It's okay. It's okay, Duel. Calm down. We are going to need a naming system for the 2 of us, though. You can call me Old Man Duel. And you'll be Young Duel.
That's so cool.
Duel and old duel. No duel.
Venom
I become
Duel,
cool in the future.
Punish
Oh,
Duel,
think we
Liquid
could-
Duel.
I'd like to call him Eye Patch, personally.
Finn reaches into his suitcase and pulls out a bottle of scotch.
I was just gonna say, could have gone for the whole joke that none of you recognize him as the eye patch. It's only until he goes, "Arr." You go like, oh, it's Duel.
Oh my god!
He's gonna take out a world map. He's gonna
They're
say,
fun monsters.
well, I guess I'll wait for Andrew to get back now.
wait. Old Man Duel.
Yeah.
How do I know it's you? You could be... The Traveler could be playing a trick. Maybe he survived.
He's going to bring out his Holy Avenger and hand it to you. Inspect it thoroughly, my friend.
Okay.
Do you want to do an investigation check? Or
I'll compare it against my Holy Avenger.
all right,
Well, if we
do an
take out-
investigation
If
as
we
you're
take
comparing.
out the old duel, you can dual wield Holy Avengers. I want you to think about that real briefly.
Dual wielding holy duels. Ah! My head.
I just want you to think that through, just in case. Like, if he pisses us off, we could probably maybe take him.
Can I have advantage since I have the actual one there with me?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, as far as you can tell, they look identical. You cannot see a single difference on them.
Wait, if this is okay, hold on. If this is your Holy Avenger, that means I never put it back. But that also means that are you not from this time either?
I'm from a different time. That's the only reason why we're both able to exist at the same time.
There is a way to make sure he is who he's saying.
Zone of Truth?
Or something a
would-
little more invasive.
If it would help, I'll put up a zone of truth.
That's not necessary. I'll put up the Zone of Truth. Cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. All right.
Speak your name.
Dual Brightstone.
You're really me?
Mostly. In as many ways as one can be another. Although we've had very, very big gap in experience.
I have so many questions.
Well, I can answer some. But let me get the important information out of the way first.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
The Traveler was putting a lot of plans into action for this Chaos Day, where he wanted to shift the alignments of Chaos so much that he could resurrect his mother. Well, he didn't do that alone. He had help. There were other people who were given high levels of magic back when his mother was alive.
Mistral?
Mistra or Mistral?
I believe it's It's been a while since I looked at it.
I think it's
One of them.
Mistral.
Okay. I think you're right. I think it's Mistral.
Oh.
In any case, so there's some bad people out there, and as Lady E would see in her book, they're known as the Dark Six. All very powerful demigods. There is... Let me go over. Now I realize why I had this one in front of the other. There is the Devourer. Large, psionic kraken.
Oh.
Very tough to beat. Basically, I'll go into what they do later, but he's a beast of the sea. Very, very evil and tough. He will devour nearly an entire region of the Vale if allowed to do what his plans are. There's the Mockery, god of unjust war, flaying torture, thieves, assassins, all the worst of the worst. Very hard to detect, as she can change her form however she pleases. Of course you know the Traveler. Then there's the Fury, which from the book we thought was a drow, and so we looked in the wrong spot. It ended up being a dwarf from the clan Warhammer.
The barbarian tribes.
The 40,000 Warhammer clan, they're renowned throughout all the ages.
Oh, yes. And then there's the Keeper, who is the one who is tasked with the actual responsibility of opening the gate that would resurrect the Mother. And then there's the Shadow, the hardest one to find, lurking throughout the Vale, corrupting magic users everywhere. And he's gonna, with that world map, explain a little bit what he has seen happen. He's gonna say, the plan was for the Keeper to resurrect the Mother. Now, luckily, we had caught on to some of their plans before the Chaos Day. We were able to take the Keeper out. But we gathered forces from down south, from the see those things that are squared off in purple? Those are those orders that Duel had heard about earlier.
Yes.
We took some of their finest warriors up with us. With all the paladins and clerics united together, we could go and take care of that undead fiend, the Iron Lich, as some call him. He is a necromancer lich of the worst kind. But his goal was to raise the dead and to send an army across Morthos and resurrect the Mother. But that's not the worst of it. We were able to stop him. What we didn't stop, when word spread that 2 of these Dark Six were gone, plans started escalating. Before Chaos Day even happened, various things happened. For instance, the Devourer was able to send a huge tidal wave the Vale had never seen before that took up much of Corrin, nearly splitting Corrin in 2. And with Corrin in such a desperate, in bigger numbers than ever, and with bigger fiends than before, we're able to go down the river as they're originally planned, and we're able to take over that entire region of Corrin.
Oh my god, and that's him right there, right? He looks terrifying.
That is merely what the... Oh yeah, so whoever drew that, great job, because you inspired all that.
It says grr, sea monster! That's terrifying!
Oh god!
That's just the Devourer. The Fury. There's a lot going on right now over in the mountains. The railways, causing all sorts of gripe about people traveling much freer than before. Immigration. Culture changing rapidly, faster than many are ready for. And there's an insurgence of very angry people. And the Fury is the one who takes advantage of that the most. Civil war will break out throughout the region, and it will last for 100 years.
100 years.
The Shadow was so hard to find, but eventually we saw that he was corrupting the wee folk, us gnomes, and the good little halflings who never caused any trouble. They started poisoning their souls, and there was much infighting and chaos amongst the lower regions as well. And last but not least, there was the Mockery up in Tiberius. One of its main forms, known as a cloud giant, but took on many forms, organized much infighting amongst each other. There were assassinations of both humans and giants, which brought what was left of Animus or Tiberius into civil war that also lasted for generations. Between all of these together, we were able to stop what happened in Morthos, but beyond that, there was just so much that happened in such a short time period. We couldn't get everywhere at once, and much took way too long to rebuild. He's going to say a little more about Animus. Going to say, during this time in Animus, shortly before Chaos Day, we had the daughter, the princess, out about on a hunting mission with her barbarian family. And it seems that a giant killed her. On the same token, it seemed that humans were killing a very noble, important giant as well that was tasked with protecting Whitehedge. And so between these two together, the giants and the humans created war with each other. Unfortunately, the king soon died afterwards. We're not sure if by the mockery or by leftover travelers. But, well, the queen, with her husband and her daughter dead, the queen grew darker and more obsessed with death. And between her and her son, who was just coming of age, there was quite a bit of infighting between them as well. The crown itself was completely unstable. So as you see, there was just chaos all over the place. Even though you had defeated the Traveler, there was still so much work, so much planning that had been going into this for years and years, that there's still just much that needs to be stopped. And we need to find a way to do as much of it as possible together in a short amount of time, so that way we cannot tip off the others that everything is happening, and so we can prevent as much carnage and damage as possible. I have lived a long life, and I have seen a world that eventually found peace, but it took far too long, and I'm not ready to be a true angel yet. I want to give this gift a better world. I want to give this gift before I go.
Wait, a true angel? Are you dead?
No. I've been given the gift of many blessings, one of which are these wings, and he can kind of like snap away, and the wings kind of flutter for a second. They at first kind of look ethereal, and then they just kind of vanish altogether.
Oh.
So no, not an angel yet, but soon. And I want to leave my mark before I go. I know that I was leaving a world behind, but I feel like I left a place. But now I want to make a better world, together with all of you. And these two here, they're two of the most gifted warriors you will ever meet.
They get it from their parents, huh?
We don't need to say much about that. Best not.
Who are they?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, we didn't even get their names. They're just sitting there really...
We'll call them the twins.
Well, what would you
We'll
name
call them the
Okay.
twins for now. And when he's saying that, the girl just kind of gets to Lena and Kadash, and the boy, again, is just kind of going, Don't give anything away. We got rules. So that's what's going on. I'll bring the pictures back to them.
I would like to insight that, though.
All right. What are you inciting exactly?
Her,
The
kind
spawn.
of, wow. Well,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, just her, like, kind of quick look, and then him kind of nudging her to, see what's up with that.
You totally get that. She's just like, yeah, I'm not supposed to say, and she's just being like, come on, like, you can put this together, and he's just like, don't, you're ruining it. You can totally get that is what's going on in between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So...
Old.
Oh, also, I'd say with that nat 20, you notice that she keeps on looking at you two and kind of giggling a little bit, and like almost blushing a bit, like, aw, And the boy looks over, almost like he's analyzing you. But if you ever make eye contact with him, he immediately looks away, like I wasn't looking at you. But he's definitely like checking you out and kind of analyzing you, almost a little Terminator, like just like.
I'm just trying to go through
everything I can just by looking.
Yeah, trying to go through how much I would know versus what Dash would know.
He keeps looking at you.
Yeah, I know. And the other one's looking at you. It's weird.
Why though? I don't.
Do we do like we? Well, I'm already blue. Maybe you turn blue in the future for some reason.
I don't know. It's either that or he's attracted to you or something.
He wouldn't be the first one.
I don't
doubt
think
it.
it's that, guys.
Mr. Old Man Duel.
Yes.
When does this? We need a timetable. When does this start happening?
The original plan that we gathered, that we were able to stop the Keeper for, that was supposed to happen on the Chaos Day. And so when we acted on against the Keeper, we escalated that timetable for everyone else. Okay. So when you ask, when will everything else happen, it's either Chaos Day or before. So
this Chaos Day?
Yes.
Oh god,
That's
how
like
many more days?
It's like a week or two, right?
It's about a month, actually. You got a fair amount of time. You got a month. Let me bring you back to the world map. I believe it says something like 24 days. 23 or 24.
Okay, so Chaos Day happens because the Keeper thinks the Traveler is still alive. But you said a trap for him.
It's because it's a part of the plan. So there was a plan put into place a long time ago. These 5 demigods are far worse than the Traveler. The Traveler, if anything, kept them in check. He had a plan that they could all rally behind. They all view Mistral as their mother. So they all were working together to create enough chaos to shift the paradigm enough to make this gate be able to open up to resurrect a god from the chaotic planes. So this plan is going into effect, and before too long, eventually, word may spread that the Traveler is missing. The thing is, the Traveler is so chaotic that people won't necessarily assume he's gone. They might just think he's doing a thing. Which you can play to your advantage.
He is gone, though, right?
I worry that if we had not succeeded in stopping the Keeper, that perhaps he could have been resurrected too. But as far as I know, he's gone.
Okay.
Well, hey, we killed one god. We can kill 4 others, right?
So
5 others.
Ideally, that would be.
Right.
In a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
We may need to spread out as best we can, form a strategy together of how we can take out as many of these in as quickly a time as possible.
So wait, how did you get back here?
I have my ways, and I know that some of you do want to get back, and I promise you, once we finish this, if you want to go back to the past, I'll help you.
If we're alive to go back, you mean?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, if we're just doing this checklist style, you know, this Fury guy seems to be kind of around my old stomping grounds. We might be able to make some headway there. Just saying.
He's close.
I wouldn't view it so much as a checklist, as that kind of implies that you'd be doing one at a time. And what I'm saying is that won't be good enough.
Are you saying we need to split up?
I think we need to gather as many allies as we can and figure out a way that we take out, maybe not all 5, but at least as many as possible, and try to do the least amount of damage and work our way through the 5 as quickly as we can.
Who else did you bring with you?
Just the 3 of us.
We can use our inside voices, not our inside heads voices. Your choice. Your
So
choice.
future duel, you know everything that happens.
I know everything that happened in one timeline. The minute we deviate, things will immediately change.
Do you know what I'm about to say?
Not anymore. No. I know what I probably would have said had I experienced something like this.
You guys both say it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm totally freaking out right now.
But actually, no, we should talk about Bosco later.
What?
It's Bosco.
Bosco.
I'd like to see Bosco. We'll talk about it later.
No!
Things-
You can't do this to me. You know exactly how me would react to this kind of news.
You're right.
No,
Guys, just give us a minute.
Bring it in.
So not
You never
only-
put you never took Bosco away, right? Is he? Where's Bosco?
He's if Mrs. Finn's mom would allow it, he would be inside.
Okay, he's gonna like go. Let's just say that you would put Bosco in with the kid or something.
Yeah.
Watch over the kid.
Yeah, play with the kid.
Guys, can you just give us like a minute? I'm sorry, but it's come up, and we have to address it. You guys should start thinking about a plan, though. But we need to do this.
Okay.
as soon as he is out of earshot. So this motherfucker not only got Bosco killed, but now he wants us to go kill demigods? Is that what I'm getting?
I mean, listen, like I've said, we already killed one, so... Hey, other blue people. Like, what... You killed one of these yourselves, right? This keeper guy?
I mean, that happened before I was born.
Well, what kind of stories have you...
I've had to clean up the mess of a lot of other gods have fought a fair amount of drow and demons and devils and giants.
Ooh, did you ever fight the guy named Bathroom?
Barbarians.
And then meet this guy with a really cool big axe?
Don't get me started on Batham. That is a never-ending fight. I can't even go into how much of a headache that was.
Okay,
Whereas
well, back to
the girl's gonna be like, oh, fun. Nothing exactly got resolved, like, ever, because it's, you know, you just kill one devil and then another devil gets angry. It's a sore subject.
Okay, sure.
And seeing that Duel has kind of gone away, she is going to like walk over. Is there any space between Kadash and Lena?
Probably not.
Like, are you?
I mean, we're probably in like neighboring seats, I imagine.
Yeah.
She is going to plop right next to, if there's any space.
We can probably move if that's what she's
Yeah,
doing.
if she
then we'd, like
has
shift.
trajectory to sit down, it's an obvious we need to get out of the way.
We like shuffle over so you can sit down.
Yeah, she is going to walk over and she's gonna like shuffle herself right in between you two. Just causing trouble. Just hey.
Hi.
I'm gonna wink at her.
I mean, we could talk fine when you were over there, but. So yeah. So what happened with this keeper guy? What I guess stories have you heard?
Gosh, he was a big baddie, like the Traveler. But you know, paladins, we get them.
I don't know paladins. I mean, other than Duel.
Yeah, Duel's great. Great teacher.
You know, other than the whole celibacy thing, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
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 Hold on, I'm gonna inside that. I want to inside that response.
All right. Let's see how well you roll.
Well,
I'm also going to inside that response.
I think Kadash is too caught up in like, yeah, thinking about all the not celibacy he's done.
Yep.
And then Finn, you can tell like, all right, this girl's there's nothing in the oath that says celibacy. So she's maybe going around some of the more minor rules of an order. Whereas you, with a 28 insight, you'll also see that the more chiseled young man is kind of like getting all serious, like, sex. We don't talk about that. So yeah, that's what goes on there. Let's cut over real quick to duel and duel.
The duels.
Andrew, I like your cat.
Me too.
Future old man duel is immediately to go over to Bosco and just give him a big hug, and it's gonna last a while.
You know, the Order never talked about this.
Yeah. There's a lot of things in the Order that they don't talk to you about right now. There's a lot of things to be revealed to you, Duel, things that you're not always going to... I don't want to put you all at once. I've already given you quite a bit today. But there's plenty to go over when we're done with this. Plenty to learn, plenty to go over. I want to do the best I can to give you a better world, Duel, a better world than I had. One thing I can do is this. And he's going to look over to Bosco, and he's going to give a prayer. And his wings are going to light back up again and go back up and basically look like they're actually real. And as he does that, in the prayer, Bosco is going to get...
wings.
He's going to get...
That noise! I'm gonna cut that out of the goddamn stream.
I love how that reverbed. That was pretty rad.
So that is basically... it's basically a in-continuity reason as to why Duel can now do a more advanced speed, which you can do normally anyway. But now there's a story reason for it.
Cool.
He's become...
Just wanted people to know I wasn't giving him extra stuff. It's literally like it's just in place of like a Pegasus or whatever, or other things with flying speed.
I don't think anybody would have
We
been
have
upset.
flying Bosco now. I'm not like, there's no level of like, that's not fair. It's all like,
No, I want Bosco to crawl on the ground.
forever.
Where's
Bosco's like, I'll never drown again.
Tony?
Tony,
you need the picture.
What? Oh, Moosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Just because I remember you saying whenever he gets it.
Wait,
Waiting.
and paste.
There it is.
Okay.
There's Duel riding him.
That was beautiful.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I love it.
Alrighty. So that is going on. Cut back to we haven't heard from. I guess we haven't heard from the women recently, Lady E or Lena. Is there anything you guys want to do in this moment?
So in all the weird like winking and everything, E's gonna look at the two blue ones there and be like,
Did you know your parents well?
Wait, we can all hear you doing that though, can't we? Okay.
Yep.
The boy is going to look over and say, not supposed to talk about our parents. And she's just like, whatever. Be like, yeah, I knew him well. But we're not supposed to say anything more.
You don't have to tell me who they are.
She keeps winking at me. I don't understand why she keeps winking at me.
No, she's winking at me. Don't worry about it.
So
You don't
they
even know her name yet.
lived well through the fight with the Six.
Yeah. She looks over as if to like confirm with this other guy, and she's like, yeah.
Wait, okay, so then how did they live through the fight? I'm just trying to get like as prepared as possible.
He's gonna look sternly at you and say, that's exactly the kind of thing that we can't talk about. If you get any semblance of an idea over when you will you won't, it will affect how confident you are in battle and could cause you to die when you wouldn't otherwise.
You realize I'm like always confident in battle, right?
Yeah, I'm
I've
pretty
literally not been confident in battle even when I probably shouldn't be.
Yeah, so when do we
Pretty much always say.
Well,
die from confidence? Are we dead in your
Also,
life?
I've died like 4 times. Just
Yeah,
saying.
we're not going to talk about any of this.
I've died once. I've died
He's
once.
gonna be like,
why am I not here?
right?
Am
Wait.
I dead?
Do I ever go back into a lamp? Please tell me I never go back into a lamp.
I think you'll be fine, Ganache.
We literally can't say that. And by literally, I mean we are in a zone of truth. So I mean literally we could. I mean figuratively we could not say that. It would not be wise.
Wait,
Lena.
are we still?
Lady E, your father keeps looking at you and he looks worried.
She doesn't even like look at him. She has absolutely zero feelings, good or bad, right now.
He's got that, like, what's her face? The Eyes of the Angel songs. It's like just
Yeah.
gently playing in the background.
In the arms of the angel.
So old man Duel's gonna come back and gonna kind of wipe a tear. He's gonna say, so we need a plan. And for here, we could either kind of leave it off and we discuss it, or we can go in character, whatever you want to do. We can kind of leave off. This is what I have planned for the most part. I can answer more questions in character. I can do whatever you want, but it's kind of like whenever you guys feel like, all right, we're ready to call it a night. Just that's where we're at this point.
Okay. I mean, as I said before, Dash still nominates that we go south to Fury area. Yeah.
Good work with that.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, my amount that I want to fight the Devourer is 0.
That's understandable. For me personally, I think that would be the scariest because you're on water.
Sea monsters, man. Fucking sea monsters. No.
Yeah. Blame who drew that sea monster there, because I'm like, hey, that looks like a Devourer.
I left my oven on. I gotta go.
But before we go, if anybody has any questions, because there are like plenty of things about what you might want to ask as far as strategy goes, I'm happy to answer any questions before we end the session.
So just to stop switching the voice thing, E would ask Old Man Duel what their weaknesses were when he faced them.
What the gods' weaknesses were?
Yes. I mean, they had to have beat them somehow.
For the Keeper, it is a whole bunch of paladins and clerics who can do stuff to undead. He has a lot of numbers, so you need to combat that with a lot of numbers, which you might not be able to do in the same way because you might end up being more spread out, depending on what your strategy is. The Mockery was I have notes on all this, actually.
Good.
Let's see.
I love how we all have the particular one that got to us.
Yeah. The Keeper, the Iron Lich. So basically, he's like a construct lich.
Interesting.
Very, like, imagine the Terminator with a lich inside.
Oh, he's like a cadaver collector.
You might face a cadaver collector if you go that way.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I've seen those things, and
he would mention that. So all of these people have had plans been going for decades, just like the Traveler has been doing things on KS Day for a while. Various things have been preparing for this moment. That's coming up in just a month. So the Keeper has had an entire legion of underground societies that have been going off and raising dead and gathering them and hoarding them off in the outskirts where people don't really know what's going on. And so it's kind of hush hush. But then, like, when he wants, there can be like an undead army totally ready to collect together. So that's the Keeper. He has followers known as the Gatekeepers, who are a group of necromancers. It's kind of a cult. The Devourer, known as the voice beneath the waves to some, is involved with the Kraken Society, which you can...
Wait, what? It sounds like something like a boating club, the Kraken Society.
The Kraken Society, my good fellow!
Well, the Kraken Society is a real thing from... So...
A real thing from what? Sorry, you cut for a second.
Oh, just saying the Kraken Society is an actual thing from D&D lore. So it's got Kraken priests and sea spawn and deep scions and all sorts of bad stuff. The Devourer, there is really no way around it. It is really, really tough to beat. There's not really significant weakness. If there's any weakness, is that he gets a lot of his power from feeding, and there are temples that are geared towards him to support this power. So it took a very long time, but by taking out various temples and other stuff, there you were able to weaken some of the power of him. Yeah. The Fury, basically, it was just a ruthless war that you could only beat it with pure strength. Now, if you could get there earlier, you might be able to affect minds and other things. That's another way you can potentially affect Fury. But the actual god himself is just a behemoth of a beholder who will fucking annihilate anybody in his way. And there's no way to beat him other than just pure brute strength.
Wait, you said
from various people. Sorry, I meant barbarian, I guess.
Okay, I was going to say.
What?
No, not a beholder.
I thought you were about to pull out the melee-only beholder from 3.5, and I would be like, oh,
no.
It's also terrifying.
He's in the form of a dwarf, at least at this point. But he's got a whole clan, too, so he's got large numbers as well. A lot of these, there's not, like, outright weaknesses. It's, like, just pure... just going in there and fucking them up.
I guess I would ask then, future me, what was your strategy for fighting these guys? How did you do it?
These wars lasted years and years. It was not won in a single battle. So much damage had been done that we had to take pieces at a time and take away followers, take away people that benefited from it. So for the instance of the Fury, there were so many train tracks laid out that made it so easy for people to get from place to place. So people were able to make choke points and take over those areas. And between those areas, they could fast travel and get to place. But then outside of that, they were very nationalist. And they're like, all right, we're done with everything outside. We're going to block all these areas. We're going to destroy key posts. But then within, we can travel quickly. So if you defeat the infrastructure, you can kind of turn their strategy against them. And that's one way that you can help stop the Fury. But that's a strategy for after there had been so much civil war. Taking care of him before that happens would be a very different strategy.
Are the Dark Six here? Are they on this plane?
That's the key thing that unites these six. They were once mortals who were given immense amounts of power a very, very long time ago. And now they're basically demigods who roam the Vale. There are very few who roam the Vale. It's against cosmic law. But these Dark Six are different.
Okay, one thing I want to know more than anything else. And I know you can't tell me everything. Do we make the Grand Order? Do we unite all of the Paladin orders?
We did that to defeat the Keeper. And over a long period of time, eventually we did create a...
Does it work? Does it protect the realm?
Eventually it does. Like I said, I feel like I left that time in good hands. It does work, but it took so damn long and so many lives were lost. So much that could have been better.
Are we still in the other room, or
go back to the future? Can we go back to the future picture you said?
Yeah.
Which picture do you want?
The future versions.
Oh, yeah. I figured you want to be on the world map to strategize, but...
Yeah.
He just wants to see Old Man Duel.
No, I got Photoshop open. I got some stuff coming.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, you attack one, it'll start to alert the others. Which is why we should try to hit as many as we can in a short amount of time and then quickly get to the others. But I don't have all the answers. We gotta come up with a plan together.
What? I'll take him aside and ask him, what about the other knights?
There's a reason why I brought you guys here and not the other knights. First of all, too many cooks in the kitchen. You know, too many cooks.
Too many cooks?
Okay.
But there's another reason. Something I need to talk to you guys about. Well, first of all, Tao, he's going his own way, and his goals are not really in alignment with us anymore. He wants to get back. I can help him get back. But for the other knights, there are a couple things I want to mention. The first being their plot to get Charles to be the new king. It's going to backfire. Just with so much chaos going on in the realm of what used to be Tiberius, having essentially a devil guising as the son of Diggits, which he is not, and we know that.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. In fact, both him and his mother, Jean, they are, I don't want to say liabilities. They are complications. They're complications. And there are no easy answers as to how to deal with them. My best strategy was to give them, I would have liked to just give them, you know, some sort of magic things to keep them from being detected and just let them lie low, but Charles not getting what he's been raised to believe he's meant for is not an easy thing to bring up to him. That's going to be tough. So between the issues with Batham and the issues with having a pretender in to be the new king, it's not going to be good. We got to work around that.
Just leave Maximus on the throne?
No, Lena, actually. I'm glad you chimed in. I have thought over so many years what would have been the right outcome. It's your family, Lena. It's a prominent family of noble humans. Your family deserves to be on the throne. Whether it be you, who would be you would be good, Lena. I believe in you. You would be good.
I think it's time we had a female king. I think it's time. I think we're ready for it as a people.
My sister, maybe.
I was going to say you, or your sisters, or your brother.
Oh, he's how? Not yeah. Just we'll have to figure that out.
Your brother's quite the young lad. Gosh, around this time period, he's not that old himself, but already he's running a little wizardry school for orphans. He's a noble guy.
Really?
Yeah. You should meet him. You should meet your sister and the Barringtons.
I like that.
Well, help me. Help save Tiberius. Help save them from the mockery that will tear them apart. Your family could be the key that we have been looking for to finally find a true ruler of Tiberius.
Okay.
Just K?
Okay. I don't
I know it's a lot to take in.
I haven't spoken to either of them, or I haven't even met one. The other one, I last saw her, she was screaming at me, and I was running. Just be really interesting.
All of this is going to take a lot of time.
I would certainly like to meet the rest of your family. Just saying.
I'm sure they'll love you.
Everybody does.
You're still in the zone of truth, Kadash.
Everybody does. Hey, to his knowledge, it's true.
That was a really hard frown I saw from you. You were just, That's a lie.
So what do you say, guys? Will you help me build a new, better world? A world that we can all be proud of. A world where we can save so many lives.
You may have covered this already, but why can't we go to our time to do this? We would have, what, a lot more time to prep for it? At least?
Well, I thought long and hard about what time to go to. It seemed to be the best time for one important reason. Of which there are several, some of which I can't say, but of one that I can. The Traveler is so unpredictable that going back to a time before he was defeated, just on a whim from him, by sheer chance, he could have changed his strategy to a point where he just flings us off into various other planes of existence to die.
Like Limbo.
In some ways, he was the most powerful. The only thing that held him back was his own chaotic nature.
So what
But the luck might not go our way if we were to go back. Now, I want to build a better world here. If you want to go back to your time and do all of that, that's your choice, and I'll help you do it. But I'm not going to help you do it until we make this a better world first.
Well, it's true. If we stay here, there is already one down.
So what happens if we fix the problems here and then go back to our time? Does that completely undo what we've done here?
No, you would be making a whole new... You're still under the impression that you're going back to... But what I came to realize is that this is our time. You were basically frozen in time for 20 years. But this is your time period. You just missed 20 years of it. To go back would be to make the new world. To stay would be in the time you're really in.
So we didn't time travel. We just waited.
You could think of it that way, yeah. Why did the Sphinx bring us here, if not to take on this very task?
Guys, this is what Hieronymus is telling me. I prayed to him and I asked him to take away my vengeance. He says it wasn't done. I think this is what he wants.
I'm always up for fighting more gods too.
Remember, the gods cannot act in all ways. They can't just unilaterally go in. Hieronymus couldn't come down here himself and smite these gods even though he wants to. There is divine laws in place. But When the Traveler was an issue, they sent you. When the rest were an issue, they've now sent me.
Well,
Together, we can build the new world.
sounds like Ardul and me are in. And you guys?
Yep.
What do we have left to lose?
I want a bath first, but yes.
We will need a lot of intel, and a big, big map, and a lot of whiskey.
Well, like I said, you've got some time. You don't need to rush through it. It's better for us to pace ourselves and make the best strategy possible. If we need to take, like 2 sessions even just to come up with the strategy and just information gathering, that's okay too.
Is this a future term you're using? I'm not familiar with it.
Sessions.
Days, whatever.
It's in the art. It's in the art world. Don't worry.
Speaking of days, it is quite late. You guys should get some rest.
Yeah.
We've got a big day tomorrow. You take your bath.
Tomorrow?
I'm gonna take my bath.
Oh, that
It's
day.
gonna be an amazing bath.
I'll join you.
The city's quite nice. You should enjoy it.
I could stand a visit to the bathhouse.
Oh, Lena.
And somebody was asking about jewelry or diamonds, because I think you guys got a lead on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely. But first, Lena, if you had a daughter, what would you name her?
I don't know. There's a few names that I like, but why?
Don't worry, I'll figure it out. So the bathhouse needs some shopping?
Yeah, let's hit it, friend.
Montage.
Bathhouse.
Alrighty, I guess that's where we'll leave it for now.
I think that's a good spot.
Jeweler.
Yep.
Cool.
I love
Hello,
it.
Kitty.
Well,
Thanks for watching.
there's
Thank you,
your
everybody.
premiere.
Tune
Yeah.
in next week for episode 2 of season 3 of The Veil.
Ah. I wrote so much crap.
Good.
All right.